Halstead Telephone Company and R&J Broadcasting Incorporated is proud to present to you this broadcast on YourLiveEvent.com.
Good afternoon. Thanks for joining us here today on YourLiveEvent.com as we get ready for North Dakota Class A football. It's the Hillsboro Central Valley Burrows and the Thompson Tommies, a rematch of a Week 2 win for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burrows. Tommies looking to avenge, Burrows looking to stay consistent with that W. Winner moves on, take on either Langdon area Munich or Northern Cass. That's the other half of the bracket for this round 1 matchup. It's the Hillsboro Central Valley Burrows, the Thompson Tommies, and this is your Irie Insurance pregame show.
No job too big, no call too small. Bears Home Solutions handles it all. You need a bear in there, oh yeah. Keeping homes just right with expert care. Let our stars guide you when repairs scare. You need a bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
I'm Molly, and I have lived here a little over 3 years now. I like the open spaces here and being able to go in and out. I like the fact that I don't have stairs or elevators. I just have most everything that I need close at hand.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at BloomfieldTrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
At Thompson Public Schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org. YourLiveEvent.com. It's the Hillsboro Central Valley Burrows and the Thompson Tommies today, as it is playoff action. And we're going to start off the contest by going down to the field. Here, Brady Siebels on the field. Our pregame coach's comments here with Joe Johnson for the Burrows.
Yeah, thank you, Jake. And Pastor Joe, hey, a long regular season. You got into the show, and now it's the big time as it's playoff time now.
Yeah, you can feel the atmosphere is playoff atmosphere, and it's exciting. We can't, like you say, the regular season doesn't matter anymore. Some good things have happened, but that's football, is that you have to bring it every single week. And so on one hand, there's an excitement of playoffs. On the other hand, it's business as usual.
With that, just talk about how this week of practice was preparing for the Tommies today.
Yeah, we've had a good week of practice. We're healthy, and having that extra day, of course, was advantageous to get a few bumps and bruises healed up and have a little bit more time to prepare and scout. And we feel ready. We feel prepared.
Defensively, you've had an outstanding last couple of games. How do you kind of keep that going against the Tommies?
Yeah, again, of course, we're glad that we've been playing good defense, but we don't rest on our laurels. And we've been saying that every week for the last 6 weeks of we need to bring it this week. And so every day in practice, we're talking about how can we be better. We don't want to be the same as we were last week or the week before. We want to be better this week.
Offensively, what's kind of the game plan? What do you want to try to be able to move the ball against them?
Yeah, so, obviously, establishing a run game is always important in high school football, and getting first downs and controlling those chains, winning that playoff battle, and then, of course, penalties and turnovers. Got to be winning those battles, a couple of the things that are the keys to victory.
Played them back in September, week number 2, got the victory there. What can you take from that, or is this kind of a completely whole new game?
It's a whole new game. Not much, to be honest, because we, of course, we go back and look at that game, but we look at every game that they've played all year. And there's a lot of football that's been played from week 2 to week 10, and so everybody is implementing and installing more offense and doing a few things different. You learn how to use your personnel differently. That's true for us, and no doubt that's true for Thompson as well.
By virtue of the regular season, able to get that top 8 seed, able to get the home game. How nice is it to be here on home field in front of Burrow Nation?
Yeah, of course that part is great to be home. Field's in great shape. Thank you to Dave Nelson and all of the people who have been maintaining this field, and the whole facility we're proud of, and a good place to be playing football on a beautiful day.
Pastor Joe, thanks for the time. Good luck today.
Thanks, Brady.
There are our pregame coaches' comments. Joe Johnson for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burrows. This is your Irie Insurance pregame show. For your insurance needs, visit with your local agents at Irie Insurance. Find them online, irieins.com, the website. Hillsboro Central Valley, the Burrows on the season as the number 2 seed in Region 1. They are 7-2 on the year. Tommies, the number 3 seed out of Region 2. They are 5-4 on the regular season. But throw those out the window as we get to the postseason, and it's here today on yourliveevent.com.
New Solid Tech R floors deliver sustainable high performance from bottle to floor. They're PVC-free and made with natural stone and recycled single-use plastic for scratch-proof, flood-proof protection that stands up to all that your life demands. Because sustainability, beauty, and performance are at the heart of Solid Tech R floors.
Available at Carpet World, 17th Avenue South, online at carpetworldfargo.com.
Central Valley Bean Cooperative in Buxton, North Dakota has adapted to the growing needs of the edible bean industry since 1982. Production of edible beans helps many growers in the Red River Valley make their farming operation more profitable. These growers are also producing a nutritious, high-protein food source helping feed a hungry world. Central Valley Bean Cooperative in Buxton with receiving stations in Garski, Grafton, Larimore, Sharon, Devils Lake, Lincoln, Wilton, and East Grand Forks. Learn more at centralvalleybean.com or call 701-847-2622.
Being a good sport is the best way to learn from the activity you are involved in. Whether you are winning or losing the game, you can walk away with a positive experience if you show your integrity and respect and learn from the other team. Hi, my name is Addison and I'm a student in the Central Valley School District. I've learned so much from competing in basketball, and a lot of what I've learned is by observing the other teams and taking positive influence from some of their greats in sportsmanship. I hope to continue to display this at the Central Valley School to also be an example. This message is from the Central
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Irie Insurance pregame show as the Thompson Tommies travel to Hillsboro, take on the Hillsboro Central Valley Burrows. Let's continue on with our pregame coaches' comments down the field with Brady Siebels, its head coach of the Tommies, Brady Schwab.
Yeah, talking here with Brady Schwab for the Thompson Tommies. And coach, the long regular season come to an end, able to make it into the show, and it's playoff football today.
Yeah, it is. Beautiful day in North Dakota. It's a little bit windy, but we'll take this any day of the week when we get into this time of the season.
Just talk about how the week of practice, how the week of preparation has been going to get ready for the Bros tonight.
Yeah, I thought we did a nice job. We came in focused. We got our work done in the film room and then got on field. That extra day makes a difference this time of year with just making sure that you know where you're supposed to be and what you're supposed to be doing. So, I'm confident with where we're at right now with our guys, and I look for it to be a good game.
Offensively wise, going up against a very stout HCV defense, how do you try to maybe break that Bro defense today?
Right, it's going to come down to up front, right? We're going to have to make sure we take care of things in the trenches and do what we need to do, and then account for their guys that are coming downhill. Their linebackers do a good job of coming downhill. Halfley's super impressive, and of course their D-line is very stout. Like you said, they've only given up a few touchdowns here the last 6-7 weeks. So again, it's one of those things where, at this time of year, you go back to fundamentals, you do your job, and you try to win the war up front.
Defensively, how do you try to counteract or respond to the multiple different options that Hillsboro has?
Right, a lot of dynamic athletes on that side of the ball. I think it starts with quarterback position. We got to make sure that he can't get out and roam and run and do the things that he wants to do. And then, we talk to our kids, stop the quarterback, then let's make decisions from that point. And obviously they throw the ball well too, and I think that gets underrated and something that we focused on this week as well.
Take game with them all the way back in September. What are maybe some adjustments to make to get ready for today?
Yeah, a lot of the same kids on the field both ways, right? So you look at that film, you take it for what it's worth. Week 2 is obviously different than week 10 of the season, and you can learn some things from it with alignments and personnel, but, I look for their kids to be better than they were in week 2, and I look for our kids to be better in week 2. So, I think it comes back to doing what you do, and you know what they're going to do, we know what they know what we're going to do, and who's going to execute that better and make sure there's no home runs, right? That's the big thing playoff time.
You mentioned that. How important will it be the little things, the fundamentals, eliminating the mental mistakes going into this game today?
Yeah, those silly penalties are things that you can't have. The false starts, the offsides, the pass interferences, those types of things. You got to make sure you don't have those. You don't want to move the sticks for them, and then on the other side of it, you want to make sure that when you get an opportunity and they give you an opportunity that you're utilizing those.
Brady Schwab for the Tommies. Thanks so much for your time, Coach. Good luck today.
Thanks, Brady.
Our pregame coaches' comments here on your Irie Insurance pregame show as the Thompson Tommies and the Hillsboro Central Valley Burrows face off. Second time this season that they will face each other. It was a 28-20 win for Hillsboro Central Valley in Thompson back in week number 2. Irie Insurance, IrieINS.com, the website for all your insurance needs. Contact your local agents with Irie Insurance. Our pregame show continues when we return. You're watching on YourLiveEvent.com.
The City of Hillsboro encourages customers to use electricity wisely through its Bright Energy Solutions rebate program. These rebates help customers save energy and money, improve their comfort, and protect the environment. You can get rebates on Energy Star appliances and lighting, as well as high-efficiency heat pumps and air conditioners. They even have rebates for home electric vehicle chargers. Business customers can receive rebates too. Call the City of Hillsboro for more information or visit brightenergysolutions.com. It's safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility has recently started offering a $4 per hour shift differential for rotating shifts. Go to AmericanCrystalCareers.com for more information.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro is completing post-frame buildings 80 by 80, 80 by 160, even 80 by 200. Need an addition or shop reskin? Cywick Lumber and Hardware has all materials. They'll complete to your customized building requests. Bifold doors, hydro doors for farm buildings, and metal sailed steel for durable construction. Whether it's new, an addition, or a repair, every building project can be done with Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro. All materials, all in one place. Visit or call Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro.
YourLiveEvent.com bringing you 11A football today from Hillsboro. The Hillsboro Central Valley Burrows and the Thompson Tommies matching up here, as we'll have other matchups with you with YourLiveEvent.com here today. Let's take a moment here to look at that bracket and talk about one of those matchups that we have. Is the number 1 seed in Class A, Langdon area Munich. They are hosting Northern Cass. Chase Miller there in Langdon with that broadcast. That's an audio-only broadcast there as Langdon area Munich takes on Northern Cass. And winner of that one will face the winner of this one between Hillsboro Central Valley, the number 8 seed, and the unseeded Thompson here. So, Brady, you've had a chance just looking at that other side there, seeing a number of games against Northern Cass this year, and maybe not in person, seeing the Cardinals too much for Langdon area, Edward Munich, but just kind of talk about what you expect from those two getting together.
Yeah, absolutely. It should be a great matchup. I've been lucky, got to do most of the Northern Cass team. Really just impressive for Northern Cass, right? They've been struggling these last couple of years, but you kind of knew that with Coach Eukstead, he was trying to build something, and now that that's starting to come to fruition, really they've been led by a strong defense. You can ask Hillsboro Central Valley about that, right? That game we did, you and I together a month ago with Northern Cass getting that 6-0 win. It's all about the defense there for Northern Cass, which should be interesting because we know that that's almost the opposite for Langdon. We know just from years past they've always going to have a really strong offense. You know that they like to put up the points. They like to get it to the speedsters to kind of spread the ball around there, and that should be a fantastic matchup here. And whoever wins those games, whoever wins the games today should be another great one coming up next Saturday, as well as this Class or Single A football playoff tournament. A lot of great teams. Should be really fun over the next 4 weeks to decide who's going to become a state champion.
And then you look at this matchup with the Tommies and the Burrows back to week 2, 28-20. Big plays in that one for Hillsboro Central Valley, as there was a tip pass that was deflected into the hands of Chase Halfley that he was able to just outrace everyone for a touchdown. Also, Halfley making another phenomenal diving catch in the corner of the end zone for a touchdown. So a couple big plays there. Late interception for the Burrows helped to seal it with that 28-20 victory for that back in week number 2. Thompson since then they've gone on victories here against Turtle Mountain Community, as well as Harvey Wells County, Rugby, Grafton, but then falling last week to Carrington 26-0, so they come in taking on the Burrows. And the key for the Tommies here, it's been Charlie Yon on the year, as he has over half of the total offensive yardage for the Tommies on the year, with 954 yards rushing, 165 yards receiving here, and that puts them just over 1,100 total yards, and Tommies have about 2,200 yards on the season on offense, so certainly the offensive focus for both the Tommies and the defensive focus for the Burrows.
Yeah, absolutely. You see that right for Jan is kind of the do-all everything there for Thompson. Got to imagine that Pastor Joe and the defensive staff has kind of been highlighting, putting the circle around number 1 there for the Tommies. Whereas for Hillsboro Central Valley, it's kind of embarrassment of riches. They have multiple backs as well as the quarterback Lushik that can they all trust with the football, that they all know they can give it to try to pick up some yardage here, and that's kind of how will the Tommy defense try to adjust that in game plan against the multiple different options that HCV has throughout the game.
Talking about that Langdon and Northern Cass matchup there, that's a 2 o'clock start. Looking at the rest of the bracket, also 2 o'clock start for the number 4 seed Velva Garrison Drake Animus as they take on Southern McLean. 2 o'clock start for Park River area hosting Lisbon. We'll have action for that one with you with yourliveevent.com, as well as Brent Dick going to bring you that game between Park River area and Lisbon. 2 o'clock start for the number 2 seed Kildare. They host Ray Powers Lake. 1 o'clock start for Dickinson Trinity hosting Des Lacs Burlington. A 1:30 start for Ellendale Edgeley-Combe, the number 3 seed hosting Grafton. And Bottineau, the number 6 seed, will take on Central McLean. 2 o'clock start in that 11A bracket. There's your bracket as we look ahead to this matchup. We continue on with our IRA Insurance pregame show. When we return, you're watching on yourliveevent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey swatch autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Embrace the joy of community at Halsted Living Center and Heritage House in Halsted, where wonderful neighbors and energetic minds come together. If you're seeking more than just a place to call home, you found the right spot with Halsted Living Center and Heritage House. Whether your interests lie in music, agriculture, sports, or dancing, you'll find someone who shares your passion and expertise. Discover a fulfilling lifestyle filled with connection and celebration with Halsted Living Center and Heritage House in Halsted. Get more information by calling 218-456-2105 or log on to halstedlivingcenter.com.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime, serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond. We are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsboro, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank, strong communities.
Central Valley Irie Insurance pregame show, IrieINS.com, the website for all your insurance needs. Contact your local agents at Irie Insurance. So we get set for our opening kickoff. Let's look at our starting lineups. Brought to you by American Crystal Sugar Company. Learn to live the sweet life with American Crystal Sugar. They're grower-owned with quality products. Find out more online, crystalsugar.com. Looking at the starting offense for the Thompson Tommies. On the offensive line, they will come out with senior number 70, Chase Cowdrey, senior number 62, Peyton Harding, junior number 68, Cody Samuelson, junior number 54, Elijah Conrad, and senior number 58, Wyatt Bergeron for the Tommies on that offensive line. As they look at them being announced as a team, looking at the backs and receivers, number 4, Brent Adams will be the tight end. Eli Gemmel, number 5. Number 11, Joe Taylor. Number 10, Brady Ripplinger, rotating in that wide receiver position. Charlie Young will be your halfback, with Cash Danner, your fullback. The two seniors in the backfield behind senior quarterback, number 16, Gavin Oster. Your Tommy starting offense, here brought to you by American Crystal Sugar. As we look at the defense for Hillsboro Center Valley, on that defensive line, a 4-3 alignment with the defensive end, senior number 75, Jack Matson, junior number 88, Bryce Miller, returning to the lineup here after missing last week's game. Interior of that defensive line will be number 51, Colin Jenin, and number 54, Brody Dickoff for Hillsboro Central Valley. Defensive linebackers, number 4, Carson Kazette, number 11, Griffin Mitzel, and number 23, Chase Halfley. Halfley and Kazette, both seniors. Mitzel, the junior in that linebacker core. Two corners, both seniors, number 24, Sawyer Owens, number 7, Brody Rogness. Free safety will be the freshman, number 8, Jacob Miller, and the other safety, the senior, number 15, Tyson Lushik. Therefore, Hillsboro Central Valley, the Burrows coming in at 7-2, the Tommies at 5-4, matching up in this first round of the Class A playoffs. Your starting laps are brought to you by American Crystal Sugar Company. Learn to live the sweet life with American Crystal Sugar, crystalsugar.com, the website. Thanks for joining us today on YourLiveEvent.com. Myself, Jake Berkmeyer, Brady Siebel's down on the sideline with us here today as we get set for this one. Thanks to all the sponsors you'll hear and see throughout our broadcast coverage as well. We ask whenever possible, please patronize those businesses. At the very least, tell them thank you. They're the ones that allow us to be here with our coverage. And our coverage on YourLiveEvent.com, it's the Hillsboro Central Valley Burrows, the Thompson Tommies, and we kick off playoff action when we come back.
Hillsboro Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsboro Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get to see Teak. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsboro Dairy.
Imagine your life in Hillsboro, a place where neighbors know your name and opportunities are real. Here, you'll find affordable home lots and grants to help you build your future. In Hillsboro, safety, affordability, and community aren't just promises, they're our way of life. With a 24-hour fitness center, a strong school system, a trusted hospital, and a thriving business district, Hillsboro has everything you need to live well. Here, your family is our family, and your future shines bright. Discover Hillsboro, where small-town living means big opportunities. At Hillsboro Public School, endurance isn't just for the cross-country team. It is a word that we all practice, whether it's sticking with a math problem until it clicks, practicing reading until a student becomes proficient, or simply showing up ready to learn each day. Students and staff know that endurance builds winners, in the classroom, in competition, and in life. You can find out more about our school at hillsborok12.com.
The Hillsboro Vets Club thanks you for your support of their activities and events. Stop in and to check out their new menu. Enjoy the Vets Club appetizers every Wednesday from 5 till 7. And as I've said many times, they have the best roasted chicken around. Enjoy roasted chicken every Saturday from 5:30 till 7:30. Get there early because sometimes it's gone early because it is the best roasted chicken. Fries and coleslaw also available with this meal every Saturday. Dine in or take out. The Hillsboro Vets Club.
So we come back, you see the flags blowing in the back of the end zone, part of the Hillsboro Stars and Stripes program, setting up for that great atmosphere here with the flags behind both end zones here today. As we get set for our opening kickoff, it'll be the Thompson Tommies kicking off to the Hillsboro Central Valley Burrows. Tommies going right to left on the kick. As we get set here, our pregame show from IRA Insurance wraps up, and our opening kickoff comes up. Brady, are we ready for some playoff football?
Oh, absolutely, Jake. We are ready. We're raring to go, right? 9 weeks of the regular season, 16 teams still alive, 4 weeks to the Fargo Dome. It's playoff football.
As the kick is off and away, grabbed up by the Burrows at the 14-yard line. And it will be Owens bringing it all the way up here to the 35-yard line, where Hillsboro Central Valley will come out with their first offensive possession.
Yeah, good job by Owens. Just get north and south, get some positive yardage here out past the 30, set it up in some good field position for the first offensive drive for Hillsboro to start off this game.
Jack Matson, Brody Dickoff, your tackles, Jamison Lee, Colin Jenin, your guards, John Matson, your center on that all-senior offensive line for Hillsboro Central Valley. Chase Hafley, your tight end. Bryce Miller, Brody Rognes, your receivers. Sawyer Owens, Carson Cassette in the backfield. Here behind quarterback Tyson Lushik. Lushik under center. On the first play, he'll turn, hand off, last man through, and it's a 2-yard gain for Sawyer Owens on our first carry of the game.
Yeah, Jevin Fee there, able to get off of his block, able to get the tackle, limited to a minor gain, just a gain of 1 to set up second down.
Porter Martin, Jaden Bren, 2 senior defensive ends for the Tommies defense. Sophomore defensive tackle Charlie Johnson, Jevin Fee, the junior. Linebacker and core of junior Peyton Caden, along with seniors Cash Danner, Jacob Stump, and Charlie Young. Burrows come out, 3 wide receivers to the left side, 1 to the right side. In the pistol set, they're going to turn, run the toss play over to the left side. Flag comes out on the away side of the play. It's back up here to the line of scrimmage. Temporarily, no gain for the Burrows.
Yeah, Jacob Stump there, able to string him out, depending the penalty was thrown right at the snap, so it might be an illegal formation type of or motion against Hillsboro Central Valley.
It will be the procedural penalty on the Burrows, so they're first for 5 yards. Defensive backfield for the Tommies here. Juniors Eli Gemmel and Brady Ripplinger. Senior Noah Hippen is your deep safety for Thompson. They're your starting laps from American Crystal Sugar Company. So the Burrows will have it now. 2nd down and 14. 2nd and 13. Here from the 33-yard line. Will be 2 backs in the backfield, I formation, receivers each direction. Lushik under center. He'll run the option to the right side, fakes the pitch, keeps himself around the outside edge to the 40, here to the 45, breaking Lou, from 50, 40, 35, 30, 15, 10, brought down at the 10. A touchdown saving tackle by the Tommies, but a big gain after the penalty for the Burrow offense.
Yeah, Lush, a great job running the triple option, got the fake pitch, and then Brody Rogness, the wide receiver out on the near sideline, got an absolutely great block. That's what sprung Lushik for a gain of maybe 10 to a gain inside the 10-yard line. First down at the 11 for Hillsboro Central Valley.
Gain of 57 on the option keep. And Tyson Lushik puts the Burrows in the red zone. First and 10 from the 11, so not yet first and goal. Goal line, twin receivers to the right side. It will be Owens, the deep back, as Hunter Kleckner comes in as the fullback. He'll take the give up the gut, and he'll get across the 10 down to the 9, so 2-yard gain for Hunter Kleckner, the junior fullback.
Yeah, give it to the fullback there. Good job by Thompson. Just kind of muddy up, stuffle that offensive line. Not much to go, limited to just a gain of 2. If you're the Tommies, how can you regroup? Obviously, right, you don't want to give up the 50-yard run, but hey, you forced him out of the end zone. You can get together 4 plays here. You can still get off the field without giving up points.
They're going to align, Burrows are going to align with 3 receivers to the left side. Hafley will be the tight end in line on the left side. In the backfield, they run nothing because it's blown dead by the officials, and we're going to stoppage here for a false start on Hillsboro Central Valley. Their second penalty on this opening drive.
Yeah, second penalty on both the drive. Both them just unforced errors. You had an illegal procedure penalty. Now a false start. That's something playoff time. You can't have those. I know obviously coaching staff got to be frustrated here on this early drive, getting some good plays, but then shooting themselves in the foot a couple times with penalties.
9:25 to go in this first quarter on our opening drive of the game. The big 57-yard run by Tyson Lushik put the Burrows down to the 11. The penalty backs them up now to the 13 on 2nd and 12. Burrows run the option left side. No, it's just going to be a quarterback power left side as the back in the pistol set. Kazette basically becomes a lead blocker for the quarterback Lushik as Stump brings him down. It will now be 3rd down for Hillsboro Central Valley.
Yeah, Lushik just putting the foot in the ground, lowering the shoulder, able to get the penalty yardage back. 3rd down and 7 from the 8. Obviously, it's 4-down territory. Hopefully, at the very least, if you're Hillsboro, try to get half of it set up for an easier play call for 4th and goal should you not get into a first down on this play.
On that left hash mark to the wide side of the field, the Burrows will send trips receivers. 1 receiver out wide to the left side. In the pistol set, Lushik and Kazette. Back to pass. Lushik looking right side, and it's off the hands. And off the hands intended for Rogness on the inside. Looked like a slant route. Incomplete, and that will bring up 4th down.
Yeah, Rogness on the slant had him. The ball was just maybe a little bit behind him. Got the hands on it, but unable to make the grab. It falls incomplete and now sets up 4th down for Hillsboro Central Valley.
Defense was there to give him a little shot there at the end. Clean hit to just – when you can't catch it there, all the fans kind of go, hey, what's going on? No, it was all right. It was all right. 8:27 to go here in the first quarter. Hillsboro Central Valley puts Griffin Mitzel, Bryce Miller out wide left side. Chase Hafley wide right side. 2 in the backfield, split back, shotgun set. Lushik looking. He's going to be back, scrambling left side, throws it towards the end zone. Chasing Hafley with a high point jump, and it's just off the hands. Unable to convert that time. Incomplete pass, and the Burrows get in the red zone, but the Tommies stand tall, and it's a turnover on down.
Yeah, Noah Hippen there on the coverage. A great job by Hillsboro Central Valley on the offensive line, but a great job for the Thompson Tommies. Just able to stay in coverage for a long time, able to keep close to their man and force the incompletion and get a turnover on downs.
Thompson will take over from their own 8-yard line. 8:18 to go in this first quarter. They will turn, handoff, left side run. Jan through the hole as he works his way up just shy of the 15 to about the 14.5. Will be a gain of 7 for Charlie Jan. Jan along with Cash Danner, your running backs. Brent Adams, your tight end. Eli Gemmel, Joe Taylor, your wide receivers. Quarterback is Gavin Oster. Offensive line of Chase Cowdrey, Peyton Harding, Cody Samuelson, Elijah Conrad, and Wyatt Bergeron. 2 in the backfield. Receivers split out wide each way for Thompson. Tommies will turn, give it off, right side run here, and picked up just past the first down line. First down for Charlie Young.
Yeah, Jan, kind of that do everything back. He's kind of their bell cow for Thompson. They're sticking with it here early on, giving him a couple of carries, try to see if you can get him going early. 2 carries, able to get 10 yards out of it and get the first down for Thompson.
Tommies here today. Right now, this first quarter, going with the wind blowing to their backs, going with the wind. Here, there's a nice breeze coming through here at the field. And the inside handoff, fullback give, and it will be down here up to the 30-yard line. It will be a gain there of 6 yards by Donner, as Cash Donner, just his second carry of the season, according to the stats we got from Coach Pregame.
Yeah, we just talked about Jan, kind of the bell cow. Well, now they're going to give it to their fullback, and Donner able to find a bit of a hole, able to get 10 yards and 2 quick first downs for the Tommies.
Just 1 carry, but 19 receptions out of that backfield here for Donner on the year. Give second man through. It's Jan, bounces off, and then finds his footing, rushes forward, gets up to the 35-yard line on 1st and 10 there, up to now 2nd and 6.
Bryce Miller, well, them in on the stop, and Jan looked like got hit in the backfield. Just a good job of bouncing off. Thought it was going to be a loss on the play, but able to get 4 on the carry to try to keep you in front of the sticks. Here, if you're the Tommies, got to just get positive yardage each kind of play. Cannot afford tackles in the backfield, sacks, or penalties if you're Thompson today.
Trips receivers the left side, pistol set, turn, give, off, handoff. Big hole on the left side, and brought down here at the 49-yard line. Will be a 4-yard gain. Here on 2nd and 6, brings up 3rd and a long 2, almost 3rd and 3.
Yeah, Jacob Stumpf gets his first carry of the afternoon, and again, 4 yards. Thompson, they'll take that 4 yards first down, 4 yards on 2nd down, and now sets up 3rd down and short. Also, maybe try to bleed the clock a little bit. It is already 6 minutes gone here in the first quarter.
Joe Taylor will go wide receiver, wide to the right side. Here's the Gemmel wide to the left side. They'll go inside handoff, running through. It's cashing in that time for the first down. Cash Danner moves the chains for Thompson.
Yeah, so Owens with the tackle, but yeah, Danner give it to the fullback. Jan a couple plays ago was slow to get up, so they're going to give him a little bit of a breather. But so far, the run game, credit to the offensive line for the Tommies, able to get some holes, get some positive yardage here, and set up now the 3rd first down for Thompson this drive.
John Matson in, Brody Dickoff rotates out on that defensive tackle spot for Hillsboro Central Valley as the Tommies have moved the ball on the ground up here just shy of midfield. Turn, handoff. It'll be the right side. Here's Jan around the outside edge. So works his way back inside across the 50, lowers the shoulder, and he'll be about a yard short, 9-yard gain down to the 44.
Yeah, Leshik there at the bottom of the pile for Hillsboro Central Valley. But again, Jan just finds where the blocks is, gets in the hole, and gets a big gain, 9 yards on first down. This is exactly what the Tommies want to do today.
Just methodically marching the ball now. A substitution here is Leshik going to come out. Looking like he might have took a shot there on that tackle. Austin Cotton going to come in as the safety. Right side give, running back here for the Tommies, picking up the first down up to the 40-yard line as Jan continuing to tote the rock. Picks up the rest of the yardage and first down, 4th one of the drive for Thompson.
Cassette there on the tackle, but yeah, only needed 1. Jan just knowing where he needs to get to, gets the first down to move the chains once again for the Tommies.
Lushik will return. Miller will come back in for the Burrow defense as well. Cotton just the one play, give a break there for Lushik, and he's back into that safety spot. Into Burrow territory at the 39-yard line. Give in the backfield, brought down in the backfield that time. Burrow defense as Cassette knifes in there. Tackled for no gain. He did get back to the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, Cassette untouched there, read it, knew what the play was, got into the backfield, able to get the tackle right at the line of scrimmage. Sets up no gain. 2nd down now if you're Hillsboro Central Valley. Kind of a similar thing. This drive not gone the way that you want to, but you have not given up points yet. You still got a chance to make 4 plays to try to get off the field and keep it scoreless.
As they get up to the line of scrimmage, this drive just a hair under 5 minutes old as they start from their 8. Back to pass. Receiver screen out to the left side. Here caught up to the 35 to the 34-yard line. Picking up 5 yards to Joe Taylor.
Yeah, Taylor on the quick screen as Owens, one of them on the tackle, as he'll come to the sideline, be looked at by a couple of staff players, so we'll try to check that out. But yeah, good screen play. Try to get one of your men out in space. gets 5 yards to get it the down and distance, halfway to go. Got to think 4 down territory if you're Thompson.
Owen's out, so Austin Cotton comes in. He'll be at the cornerback spot now for Hillsboro Central Valley. Tommies go 4 wide, tight, 2 each way. Back to pass. Oster looking to the right side, and it's knocked down. Pressure that time by Bryce Miller causes the incompletion and brings up now 4th down and 4.
Yeah, not the situation you want. If you're the Tommies, right? They want to have they want to run the football in this situation. Obvious passing type of down. Offense chance for Hillsboro Central Valley. Their D-line able to pin their ears back, able to force the incompletion and set up 4th down.
It will be 4th and 5, actually. They have it at the 34. Got to get down to the 29. So 4th down and 5 as the Burrows fans shake the stands. Tommies line up, I formation, left side tight end. They give it inside handoff, working around to the outside edge. 1st down and more that time as Danner works his way up to the 26-yard line. He was stopped in the backfield, escaped around the left tackle tight end spot, and a 1st down for the Tommies.
Yeah, Danner just a great job there of finding any open crease, knew what he had to do, knew where he had to get to, and then just lowers the shoulder, lowers the head, gets what he needs to move the chains for another 1st down for Thompson.
3 for 26 for Danner, 6 for 29 for Jan. The big ball carriers on this drive so far. Here's a turn give off for Jan. Finds a hole in the middle as he plows ahead down to the 16-yard line. It'll be a 10-yard gain and does have the 1st down.
Yeah, great job the interior line there with Harding, Samuelson, Conrad. Big hole there, easy for Jan to know where to go, and gets 10 yards and a 1st down.
Tommies start this drive, 8:18 on the clock from their own 8-yard line. They're down to the Burrow 26 as 6.5 minutes have elapsed on this drive. Receiver left, receiver right, wingback left side. They turn handoff. Jan in the backfield, running hard up through the middle of the defense. He works his way down to the 8-yard line, and it will be 2nd down and about 2.
Jacob Miller there in on the tackle, but Thompson able to get to the 2nd line on a lot of these run plays. That's what is giving them these positive yardage. 4, 5, 6, now 8 yards on that carry. Thompson will take that all game long.
Tommy offense, 2 receivers left side, 1 to the right. In the loaded pistol formation with the fullback in there. They give it to Jan, hit in the backfield. Snap came in a little low, delayed the handoff momentarily, and the Burrows defense collapses in. No gain that time for Jan.
Yeah, it did come a little bit low there, kind of threw off the timing. Brody Deckoff able to get the tackle at the line of scrimmage. Now sets up 3rd down for the Tommies.
Tommies didn't get the 3rd down earlier, but they did get the 4th down conversion as they work this drive here down to 30 seconds left in this 1st quarter. Clock runs as they come to the line in a tight formation. Receivers bunched up to the right side, 1 solo to the left side. That's Ripplinger. They run the toss play. Read that time by the Burrow defense. Brought down as Kazette. It was like he was in the huddle. He knew it was coming, and he stopped it.
Yeah, Kazette again coming in untouched from that linebacker position. Met him right when Jan got the pitch. Not only is it a tackle, but a big tackle for loss. Sets up now 4th down and 9 here to end the 1st quarter.
It is the end of the 1st quarter. 0-0 on your Golden Harvest Tim Kazette seed cell scoreboard. Tommies have it 4th down from the 15-yard line when we come back with quarter number 2 on yourliveevent.com.
Oh, jeez. That's a lot of water.
No! Jeez Louise!
This system is packing 70-mile-per-hour winds, golf ball-sized hail, and a fast drop in temperature.
Oh, jeez. Dave and Cheryl's kitchen started on fire.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, geez, let's take a look.
Oh, geez, moments happen. Be ready with Irie Insurance.
You can buy beef by the quarter, half or whole beef from Mueller Beef, USDA inspected beef. Fill the freezer. Call Dave Mueller at 701-799-3032 to purchase beef by the quarter, half or whole from Mueller Beef out of Hillsboro. You can buy beef by the quarter, the half or the whole beef from Mueller Beef, USDA inspected beef. Fill the freezer. Call Dave Mueller at 701-799-3032 to purchase beef by the quarter, half or whole from Mueller Beef out of Hillsboro.
0-0 as we begin quarter number 2 after a scoreless first quarter that saw a big play on offense for the Burrow offense, and then the Tommy defense tightening in the red zone. Tommy's offense has driven the length of the field, and after a third down stop, sets up 4th and 9 from the 15 for Thompson. As they will come out in the pistol set, 4 wide receivers. Jan will motion out of the backfield to the right side. Oster looks, now he goes back left side, tries to get out to and the hit that time, laying the lumber. Where are they going to mark it?
It's right at the sticks.
We might have a measurement coming up on this one. And it will be there. So the fake there to Jan, who was the offensive focus on that first drive with 10 carries on that drive. And they pass it out here to the left side. So seeing here what they get, 9-yard gain on that play.
Measure, I don't think NFL, we don't have the Hawkeye technology yet. That should be coming. We could ask Dave for that here for next year maybe.
I'll put it in the budget.
And it's short.
And it's short, just short. Looks by about 4 inches. So the turnover on downs here on the first play of quarter number 2 gives it off to Hillsboro Central Valley's offense. A drive that took 8 minutes and 26 seconds. They go 86 yards, but unable to cash it in as the Burrow defense makes their red zone stop.
Yeah, great stop for Hillsboro Central Valley, and able to just put together the 4 plays that they needed. Gave up 9 and about 9/10 of a yard. That's okay. You got to get 10. Get the force the stop inside the red zone. Now the offense back on the field to try to get on the scoreboard.
Burrows will give left side into a pile that time, and it's going to be Owens. Minimal yard gain, but 1 on that play.
Yeah, Landon Gates, one of them in on the tackle, big 77, and Charlie Johnson as well on the tackle. Not really much to go, piled up, only limited to a gain of 1.
Rogness will come out. Mitzel will come out at the receiver spot for HCV. Here with Mitzel, Miller, Owens, outside to inside, 3 receivers to the left side of the formation. Bottom mirror screen, Halfley, lone receiver up top. Run the option that time. Lushik, he'll keep it again. This time, though, the defense plays him and the pitch man, as it will set up now a 3rd and long after about a loss of a half yard on that play.
Yeah, Cash Danner, one of them in on the tackle, and a great job, right? 2 men to the 2 people. He had 1 on Lushik. He had 1 on the running back. They stayed with their assignments. Nowhere for Lushik to go, and it forces minimal gain, and now 3rd down and long, deep in their own territory. See if the Tommies can get the 3 and out, put that offense back on the field.
Hillsboro Central Valley coming in with the huddle. As here they come out from the right hash mark. Back to pass. Lushik looking. He's going to throw here over the middle on the comeback route, and it's caught on a sliding catch. Caught on a sliding catch by Halfley. But the flag is on the play.
Yeah, great job by Halfley to adjust in the mid-route to catch the ball, but looks like it's going to come back.
There, so the penalties on the first drive. There they overcame the one, couldn't overcome the second. Now they get the penalty, and a big penalty here after they wipes off the big first down pass play. 3rd penalty on Hillsboro Central Valley in this game, 10:23 to go.
Now, if you're Hillsboro Central Valley, how do you kind of adjust to this, right? You had a big play. You had a first down. Unfortunately, you got a penalty. But, hey, you get 3rd down again and still the chance to try to move the sticks. If you're the Tommies, kind of second life here. See if you can make one more play to get the stop.
3rd and 13. Lushik back to pass, looking to the left side. Pressure comes, he rolls out into the end zone, he throws it away. Do they call it to safety, or are they going to call him in the grasp? They are, they're calling a safety. Calling a safety on that play, and it will be Thompson's defense getting them the 2 points.
Yeah, they went for the pass. Lushik nowhere to go. He was backing up near that sideline, and then Thompson just able to get him in the grasp. I don't know if they called him the grasp or the fact that he was pushed out of bounds. He was right at the edge. But nonetheless, the Tommies not only get the stop, but able to put points on defense to open up the scoring here in the second quarter with a safety.
There, and team safety that time as he was bundled up by everyone, and Thompson with the 2-point safety leads 2-0. Your Golden Harvest Tim Kazat seed sale scoreboard back after this timeout.
Catch all the action of the fall postseason for Minnesota and North Dakota high school football and volleyball on yourliveevent.com.
Going down the field, it's picked off here from Kindred. Tanning Johnson to the 30, to the 25. Johnson, could he go? Yes, sir! A 45-yard pick six for
Takes it up, played high in the air by Horkin. Here's risky left side off of a touch. Kept alive Thornton. Now played high. Angle, Severson, smash! Count, good!
Check out the postseason schedule on yourliveevent.com.
Safety for the Thompson Tommies as they collapse, cause a 9-yard loss on that scramble, and it will be Thompson's offense getting the ball now. Burrows will do the safety punt as Brody Dickoff gets ready, and the high kick will come up. Tommies will field it at the 25-yard line here by Joe Taylor. Up here to the 40, to the 44 as he's tripped up. Nice open field tackle that time. Ethan Drake making the stop.
Yeah, nice job by Drake. They're able to get the tackle there, but with that, the punt from the 20 now sets Thompson up. Great field position out near midfield. Now with the lead at 2-0, offense got some momentum, got inside the 10. See if they can replicate that here in this second drive and try to get in the end zone for the first time today.
As they work from left to right, they'll send 2 receivers left, 2 receivers right in the shotgun set with the back here. Fake give to him as Oster keeps it himself. He's brought down at the 40-yard line. It's going to be a loss of 3 on first down for the Tommies.
Yeah, Jack Madsen in there cleaning it up for the tackle. Get the TFL, and that's what you got to do if you're Hillsboro Central Valley. Force no gain, force loss of gain because Thompson, they wanted, you saw it in the first drive, chip away piece by piece, methodical, try to force them into obvious passing situations, something that Thompson not equipped for offensively for the most part.
Oster passing on the year, 72 of 134, 772 yards, 7 touchdowns against 5 picks. They average 91.6 yards of passing offense per game. Here's a give on the right side. Big hole that time for Danner. Danner making the play as nope, that was that 1 and 7 kind of looking similar there, and it was Jan on that play, able to get it up here to a 3rd and 5 now.
Yeah, the unique font there for the Thompson Tommies, but yeah, Jan able to get good enough hole, able to get that yardage back and set up 3rd down and manageable 3rd down and 5. This close to midfield. See, maybe if they can get some yardage here, might be 4-down territory for the Tommies.
Adams will be part of a 2-receiver set to the top side of your screen, left side of the formation. Oster under center, turns hands off. Right side give up to midfield. Stopped at midfield by the Burrow defense, and will bring up a 4th down and 3 after the 2-yard carry.
Yeah, great job by the defense. Swarm the ball carrier there, push him back. Don't give him that second effort, extra yardage. Limited to a gain of 2, brings up 4th down and 3, as we'll see what the Tommies elect to do here.
And with wholesale changes, look like they are going to come out in a punt formation. Possibly. We'll see.
Wind going right into the punter's face right now is this for Thompson.
Charlie Jan is the punter. He will go back into that formation. Sawyer Owens going back deep to receive for Hillsboro Central Valley. As it's a fake punt, they'll give it up to the up to the right side, into the open field, to the 30, to the 25. Stopped at the 20-yard line that time as the fake punt, 1st down for the Tommies.
Yeah, the fake punt there works to perfection. Had it blocked well and a great run and a 1st down inside the red zone for Thompson.
Was that Gemmel, the
24.
24. Penis there.
Yeah, Rylan Pennis with the carry on that fake punt. Great job. He found it. He found the hole and gets a first down inside the 20.
34 yards. And that fake punt gives him the first down from the 16. Tommies turn, handoff, Jan left side. Hit as he crosses the line of scrimmage, plows his way forward, picks up 2.
Now if you're Hillsboro Central Valley, right, that play did not go your way. But once again, can you bow down in the red zone? You got a red zone stop that first drive. Can you get one? Can you get one here?
After the fake punt, 34-yard run for the first down. Tommies put 2 receivers out wide to the right in that loaded pistol set with the fullback to the left side of Oster. Jan behind him and 1 receiver left side. Oster turns, hands off. Jan looking right, nothing there. He'll bounce it to the outside left side edge. Puts the foot in the ground, cuts up field, and comes up 2 yards short of the first down.
Sebastian Gayton there in on the tackle, but a good job by Jan just finding the space that he needs to, getting positive yardage out of it to set up 3rd down and 3 for the Tommies.
As John Matson will rotate in on that defensive tackle spot. Hillsboro Central Valley trying to make a stop. They did on 4th down, just by a few inches on the last Tommy drive. Tommy's defense, though, got a safety out of it, and that's how we lead 2-0. 2 backs in the backfield. They turn, handoff. Danner breaks the tackle, rolls off another, spins his way down, and he is
touchdown
into the end zone, waiting for that far side official to give us the signal, and the touchdown for the Tommies, and they make it 8-0 pending the conversion attempt.
Yeah, running the option there. A great job by the quarterback Oster, just reading what it was, give it to the fullback, the first man through. Danner there able to break a couple of tackles, get into the end zone to take an 8-0 lead. Now with the all-important 2-point conversion to see if they can make it a 2-score game.
Here's the 8-yard touchdown run. Gets them offensively on the board. So it'll be a big defensive stop on the conversion if the Burrows can get it, as the pass out to the right side, trying that quick speed out, and the pass fails, but the touchdown is good, and it is Thompson leading Hillsboro Central Valley. Your Golden Harvest Tim Kazette seed sales scoreboard 8-0 on yourliveevent.com.
Rocky Nedham at Nedham Seeds Caledonia for LCS wheat seed varieties, Trigger Cannon, and 2 new varieties named Buster and Dual. Call Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia. They also have proven wheat seed SY Velda from AgriPro. Your local Pioneer dealer, Rocky Nedham, Nedham Seeds Caledonia, with corn, soybean, sunflower, and alfalfa seed for your farm, and Seedex sugar beet seeds. Call Rocky 701-430-1149, Nedham Seeds Caledonia.
Our Savior's Lutheran Church in Hillsboro, North Dakota invites you to experience the love of God. Our Savior supports all youth with academics, athletics, music, art, dance, and drama, and offer meaningful opportunities for people of all ages. Join us for worship at 8:30 or 10:30 each Sunday morning, in person or watch on television, HTC Channel 34, or online, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, or at oslchillsboro.com.
Okay. On the kickoff, it's a rolling kick, just jumped on by the up back for the Burrows. Here as it will be Easton Beach recovering it at the 34-yard line. No return. Hillsboro Central Valley takes over. 5:45 to go in this second quarter.
Good job by Beach there, one of the up men there, just to see where the football is. Be ready. That's kind of one of the jobs when you're one of these up backs. Try to be ready in case the ball comes to you. Does the smart thing, just falls on it, get possession for your offense.
Tommies, after that safety, offensively, they go down the field in 7 plays, 54 yards, 4 minutes, 11 seconds on the scoring drive. Danner cashes it in on the touchdown run. Here's a give for the fullback, Hillsboro Central Valley, up to the 35-yard line. Someone's helmet's popping off as Gazette brings it up, and it will be Charlie Johnson will have to come off for a play for the Tommies.
Yeah, we'll see how that impacts it, as they'll have to come out for one play with the helmet coming off. Great job by the interior line, mucking it up there, getting the tackle for minimal gain, only 2 yards. Bring up second down. If you're Hillsboro, how can you respond? One of the things coaches were talking about during that huddle for the kickoff. Hey, we're fine. There's still plenty of game. It's only one possession. Still got a lot of football left to play if you're Hillsboro Central Valley.
That 2-point conversion failing was big because it stays that touchdown at a 8-point margin. Here's the Burrows run, the option out left side. Well played defensively. There is Peyton Kanan comes over and plays the pitch man. He's got the teammate there to play the quarterback, and Kanan makes a stop on the tackle for loss. He'll bring up 3rd and 15.
Yeah, I see it again. Thompson, a good job after making that mistake in that first drive, not accounting for the quarterback, now having the defenders on the pitchman, on the running back as well. And then Kanan just a great job shedding his block, getting the TFL to bring up 3rd down and long.
Burrows had the long pass completion on 3rd down last drive, but the holding penalty moved it back, and then the safety on the ensuing play. They come out here, split 2 receivers each way in a 4-wide set. Lushik back to pass, looking here to the right side. He's looking, holding, and he is sacked, brought down by the defense of the Tommies. Coverage sack that time. Great job by the defensive backs as Jevin Fee able to get in there for the sack.
Yeah, you said it there. Coverage sack once again. Just nowhere for Lushik to go with the football. Holding on to it, and eventually pocket just collapses underneath him for the sack. And 4th down as the Burrows will have to punt, and the Tommies chance to extend their lead here in the second quarter.
And a chance to get it back with good field position and with time to do the double up. 3:50 to go before halftime. Brody Dickoff in punt formation for the Burrows. Here is Joe Taylor back in to return, standing at the 27-yard line. It will go back, bounce at the 35, and bounces out of bounds at the 31-yard line. They're picking up 39 yards on that punt. It will be Thompson taking over with 3:34 to go before halftime, and they have the option, too, to return the second half kickoff.
Yeah, the chance for the double whammy here. 30-34, 3 timeouts. It's plenty of time. If you're Thompson, you can still run your normal offense. See if you can maybe get something before half. Try to extend this lead before you go into the locker room or the end zone to adjust here at the second half.
Trips receivers right side. They hand off through the middle up to the 35-yard line. Charlie Yon with a 4-yard gain on his 14th carry of this first half.
Dickoff, Chase Halfley in on the stop there. But again, a gain of 4. Thompson just a good job of getting that initial push, getting the yardage they needed. 4 yards in a cloud of dust. Thompson will take that all game long today.
23rd offensive play by the Tommies in this first half. Burrows with 12 here on their offensive side. The long sustained drive by the Tommies on their first 2 offensive possessions, starting their third one. The short snap comes back a little slow, and it's going to be the give off to Jan. He's hit in the backfield. Griffin Mitzel helping to clean him up. Loss of a 1 on the play.
Yeah, good job just firing free from that second level, forcing the minimal gain. And now 3rd down if you're Hillsboro Central Valley. Hey, can you get a stop here? Maybe get a timeout. You'll still have a couple. Wind also going to your back. So the chance for Hillsboro Central Valley, if you can get a stop, still enough time for their offense to try to get on the scoreboard.
2:27, clock rolling on 3rd and 6. Got to get past the 40 to the 41-yard line. 2 receivers left side, 2 receivers right side. Pistol set for Thompson. Oster takes a snap, back to pass, throwing it into the wind, looking to his left side. He'll roll out, being pressured by the Burrow defense. Kazette comes up, gives him a hit. Now throw over the middle, and it's incomplete. They're trying to get intended receiver. Look like Danner trying to roll back to the middle of the field. Incomplete pass brings up 4th down.
Yeah, we've praised the secondary, the coverage for Thompson. Give credit to Hillsboro Central Valley. They're able to stay on their wide receivers. Really nowhere for Oster to go with that wind. Trying to throw it into the wind. Ball kind of was knocked down a little bit and falls incomplete. Burrows get a stop and the opportunity for the offense to try to get points on the board before halftime.
Do the Tommies try it again? Here as Jan back in punt formation. This time it will come back to him. He will get the kick off, and it will be Owens letting it bounce at the 42. Takes a Tommy roll as it goes out of bounds at the 36-yard line. Here 31 yards on the punt, and it is Hillsboro Central Valley taking over. 2:01 to go in this first half, trying to mount a drive before we go to the break.
Yeah, 2:01, 3 timeouts. This isn't college or the NFL, so no 2-minute warning. But, opportunity for Hillsboro Central Valley. See if you can get your pass game going. Again, you have the wind, so at your back, so the opportunity to maybe try to fire it out there on a deep ball. Maybe see if a shot comes available. Still plenty of time for the Burrows to try to get one before halftime.
From the left hash mark, 37-yard line, Burrows 37-yard line. They split receivers each direction, I formation behind Lushik under center. He'll roll out, looking to pass. Free rusher coming from the weak side. He gets the pass off, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tommies right up here to the 40-yard line, and the pick, the turnover, the takeaway for Thompson.
Yeah, Brady Ripplinger there was just reading the eyes of Lushik the entire time, saw where he was going, stepped into the pass, gets the interception, and now gives Thompson great field position with 1:53 to try to get back into the end zone.
Just the fourth interception thrown by Lushik this season, and just a one-play turnover. Thompson with the ball, their left hash mark, 1:53 to go. They turn, handoff through the right side. Jan into the second, ball pops out. And Burrows say they got it back. Do the officials agree? They do.
Hey, Jacob Miller, he stripped it as Jan was running with it. Jan took a couple extra steps and said, oh, wait, I don't have the football. And Miller's just holding on, laying on the ground, saying, hey, ref, I got it. It's a fumble. And indeed it is. So the Burrows force a takeaway. One play after the takeaway, they'll go back to the offense with 1:46 to play.
Jacob Miller, the freshman, making the play with the fumble forced. Hillsboro Central Valley takes it now. They actually picked up 5 yards because of the takeaway. Toss play, they run a reverse over to Bryce Miller. He'll work on the right side, cuts it back up. Field flag comes in behind the play. And Miller does get about back to the line of scrimmage. We'll see what the call is on this penalty.
Yeah, Burrows try to open up the bag of tricks. Credit to Thompson, eyes on the football, knowing where the ball was, forced it for a minimal gain. As we'll check the penalty as the officials discussing it. Was thrown in the backfield by the white hat.
And
2 fouls on the play.
Block in the back on Hillsboro Central Valley. Face mask on Thompson. So offsetting penalties. Here, and we should mention, too, our officiating crew for today's game: Adam Jones, Dustin Payne, Peyton Roloff, Mark Sandman, and Calvin Riggs. Your officiating crew here today. Thanks for their efforts in coming out doing some playoff football here today on yourliveevent.com. Thompson Tommies with a safety on defense, followed up with an offensive drive. 2-point conversion was stopped, and they lead Hillsboro Central Valley 8-0. Also on that offensive scoring drive, big fourth down fake punt run for 34 yards to extend the drive. Burrows back to pass. Lushik looking. He's going to throw here to the right side, and it's overthrown. Miscommunication on where he wanted to get that one off to. And we'll bring up now here a 2nd and 10.
Yeah, rush came in. Porter Martin, one of them, laid a shot to Lushik there as he was just releasing the football as that one sailed away. Like you mentioned, just miscommunication without a receiver in the area. And so 2nd down and 10 for Hillsboro Central Valley.
Lushik 53 of 113 passing on the season. That's about 47%. 10 touchdowns, 3 picks, is 0 of 4 with an interception here today. Did have one completion, but called back because of a holding penalty. 2nd down and 10. Burrows I formation, run the option to the left side. Lushik nowhere to go with it. Pitch man covered. He gets covered up back to the 34-yard line. It'll be a loss of 4.
Yeah, Landon Gates there in on the tackle for the TFL. Brings up 3rd down and 14. As now both teams still with their full complement to timeouts. We'll see if anyone takes it. Looks like neither team will, as the clock now ticking under a minute, and there's a timeout.
There we get it with 52 seconds to go in this first half. Thompson leading Hillsboro Central Valley 8-0. Your Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sales Scoreboard. Thanks for watching here today on yourliveevent.com.
Buying and selling heavy equipment at purplewave.com saves time and money. We handle all of the details, including pictures, videos, marketing, titles, and payments.
It was almost immediately over the top with the customer service. I've just never ever experienced that before with any other auction service. They're constantly working for me as the seller, and I really like that.
Purple Wave Auction is straight, simple, sold.
Gotcha.
Back here for the final 52 seconds of the first half, presumably the final 52. We might have some more timeouts taken as we still got 5 timeouts left shared between these two teams. Thompson leading Hillsboro Central Valley 8-0. Tommy's defense sacking the quarterback for a 9-yard loss, and the safety ensuing offensive possession. They go down the field 54 yards in 4 minutes 11 seconds, 7 plays, and cash it in with a cash Danner. I did not mean to go that way.
It worked though.
Yeah. Cash
You're
Danner
a poet.
gets it in. And I didn't even know it. His first rushing touchdown of the season, 4th overall score on the year. Burrows now on 3rd down, back to pass. Lushik looking. Tyson Lushik throws over the middle, and it is caught. Caught by Owens at the 45. Up here to the 40. He'll stiff arm his way down to the 35-yard line. Big gain from the 34, across the 50 to the 35.
Yeah, big play there. They snuck Owens out, kind of leak him out. Find an open spot in the defense. Lushik able to hit him in stride. A good run after the catch to move the chains out into Tommy territory as the Burrows the opportunity with still 3 timeouts and 43 seconds to play.
31 yards and first down since the Lushik 57-yard run on that first drive, just the second of the first half for Hillsboro Central Valley. 43 seconds to go. 4 wide receivers set. Lushik in the pistol set. Kazette behind him. They fake to give to him. Lushik keeps himself, runs it straight up the gut this time, bounces off the tackle, but then the rest of the defense gets over as Lushik carries forward for a couple. Timeout taken after the Porter Martin defensive stop. There, so it will be 36 seconds left as we hit the timeout. On your Golden Harvest Tim Kazette seat sale scoreboard, Tommies leading the Burrows on yourliveevent.com.
Perfect car in racing blue. You even got them to throw in the LED fog lights for free. Auto Owners insures your car because some people never learn to parallel park. That's simple human sense.
Rivers Edge Insurance Agency, Halstead, 218-456-2172.
Keep going. More. No, stop!
Thompson Tommies leading the Hillsboro Central Valley Burrows 8-0 with 36 seconds left in the first half. This 11A first-round playoff game, and the broadcast of this tournament game has been authorized by special arrangement with the Board of Directors of the North Dakota High School Activities Association. Here is we're getting not yet to game time some of the other games here, so we'll check the out-of-town scoreboard when some of those get under. Snap goes behind Lushik. It goes through his hands. Back to throw. He's just going to toss it away, and there was a receiver in the area, so smart veteran play with the snap going back, pick it up, knows where his receivers are supposed to be at, and says, I'm just going to throw it near you, but out of bounds.
Yeah, great job there by Lushik. Owens was in the vicinity, so that's a good call by the official. But yeah, now the play you want coming out of the timeout over the head of Lushik. But credit to Lushik, able to get on the football, and also kind of the presence of mind to still pick it up, see if he can throw it away. Does so to at least give the Burrows a chance now. 3rd down and 8.
3rd down and 8. Trips receivers to the right side. Owens, Miller, and Mitzel inside to outside. Lushik looking right, coming back to the left. He'll throw down underneath, and it is incomplete. Short hops is a receiver. Owens coming on a crossing route. Jan was in the area to defend as well, and brings up, we'll hold on. We have a flag.
Penalty in the backfield.
And it's going to be roughing the passer on the Tommies. That's going to move the chains up here for Hillsboro Central Valley. First accepted penalty on Thompson. They had the offsetting penalties earlier on the drive, that first play, that reverse play, and now it will be a first down. Hillsboro Central Valley takes one from the penalty yardage.
That's a killer there if you're Thompson. You get the incompletion, you set up 4th down and 8. Instead, you give new life to Hillsboro Central Valley. 1st down and 10 inside the red zone with 26 seconds left.
And moves them closer as well, too. 2 backs in the backfield, split up, shotgun set, Lushik in between them. Snap comes back, blow the play dead. Flag coming out, and blowing it dead usually means
it's a
on
full
the offense.
start there. Hafley maybe was anticipating the snap count in that receiver position, trying to get a good route, maybe trying to beat his man. Just maybe a split second, a hair too early, and that's the false start and moving back 5 yards.
So 1st and 15. That's not the biggest thing. Clock with 24 seconds left. I believe 1 timeout left. 23 yards to go to the end zone. It's more of what you're managing right now here rather than the down and distance. Split backs in the backfield. 2 receivers right side as Rognus is the wide out. It will be Bryce Miller, the inside receiver. Lushik passing, looking left side here, and it's deflected, caught by Hafley, down to the 2. Hafley did it in week number 2, taking a tip pass for a score. This time he'll take it down to the 2. Burrows called the timeout with 21 seconds left in this first half. First and goal for Hillsboro Central Valley from the 3-yard line. When we come back after this timeout, your Golden Harvest Tim Kazette seat sale scoreboard. Tommies leading the Burrows 8-0.
Local radio is now worldwide with 24-hour streaming. Download the RJ Radio app to hear local voices from local radio with KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ 24 hours a day from anywhere. You can listen to your favorite programs like the RJ Family Morning Show, local news, farm markets, music, high school sports, church services, more from anywhere. KRJB, KRJM, and 96.7 KKCQ is streaming on the RJ Radio app. Download it to your device and take us with you wherever you go.
21 seconds left in this first half. Hillsboro Central Valley trying to put together a last-second drive, and seeing right now they're going to bring in the heavy set as Alan Moocher comes in. That means Jack Manson's going to go back to that second fullback spot as they're in that sideline huddle. Tommies, they break their huddle on the opposite sideline as we take a moment here to remind you that here after this half wraps up, we'll have our halftime coaches' comments. It's a conversation from Johnson and Brady Schwab for the Burrows and the Tommies. Hillsboro Central Valley in that heavy set. Matson, the fullback here to the right side. They give it to Sawyer Owens. He'll run, tuck in, dive ahead, and he is in for the score.
Burrows get on the scoreboard there. You mentioned they go heavy set. The offensive line gets the push they need. Owens finds where that end zone is, finds where the goal line is, gets it, and gets the Burrows on the scoreboard as now the Burrows able to force an unsuccessful 2-point conversion for the Tommies on their touchdown drive. See if the Burrows can get the 2-point conversion to tie it up at 8 before half.
As they will come out, and Brady, make a mental note of that spot on the field. Doesn't like us very much. For the 2, Burrows.
A lot of people, a lot of equipment don't like me much.
That's true. I like you.
Thank you.
Split back set, Lushik. Back to pass, looking. He'll toss it here, and it's knocked away that time by the Tommies. Tommies just slap it away. The 2-point fails, and it stays a Thompson Tommy 2-point lead, 8-6. Your Tim Kazette seat sales scoreboard.
Look at your calendar. There's still time to complete those building projects before freeze up. Cywick Lumber and Hardware in Hillsboro has everything you need. Top quality building materials, trusted tools, and Midland garage doors. Yes, it's busy now with harvest, but don't wait. Order now to ensure your products arrive on time so your projects are done before the first flake falls. Visit with Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro and make your building projects plans a reality. Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro.
Thompson Tommies got a defensive play to spark their first score on offense. It was a safety. It was a defensive takeaway after the Tommies intercepted the ball. Jacob Miller on the next offensive play by the Tommies stripped it for a forced fumble, gave the ball back to Hillsboro Central Valley, and they drive down for the Sawyer Owens 3-yard touchdown run. Here's a squib kick picked up by the up back for the Tommies at the 36 up to the 41, push back, and with 14 seconds left, we'll see here if the Tommies run a play or they just put that knee to the turf and say, let's go to halftime.
Yeah, the squib kick, a good job by one of the up men, just able to get it. And yeah, with 13 seconds, 2 timeouts for the Tommies. You got to think that they'll take this first quarter on the road, able to get the touchdown, able to get the safety, take a 2-point lead into halftime.
From the right hash mark, Thompson will send a receiver left side, that being Gemmel. Taylor will come to the right side. Oster will be under center, fullback, halfback behind him in the formation. He'll turn, he'll give right side, and it is brought down at the 41-yard line. Yawn for 1 yard, and that looks like that will indeed be our first half. 8-6. Thompson leading over Hillsboro Central Valley on your Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard. We're going to go down to the field. Our halftime coach's comments on the field with Brady Siebels. He'll have head coach Joe Johnson for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burrows after with the score in the first half being the defensive safety by the Tommy defense. Let's go down to the field with Coach.
Yeah, Pastor Joe here, and Coach, a dogfight here, 24 minutes, two-point contest. What can you kind of do to keep that offensive momentum going after that touchdown drive?
Yeah, struggled a little bit getting the offensive going, getting into our rhythm, had a little trouble controlling the line of scrimmage, and then a few costly penalties. As you could see, we're getting into a rhythm there right before half, and but controlling the line of scrimmage is key. Giving Tyson time in the pocket. Our routes are good, and then we just need to make plays.
Defensively, we've been able to kind of methodically, get those gains to kind of chunk them out throughout the drive. How can you adjust to kind of limit those and maybe get some big plays defensively?
Yeah, it starts and ends at the line of scrimmage, and so we need to control that line of scrimmage. Games are won and lost in the trenches, and that's where it needs to happen.
Pastor Joe, thanks for the time.
Thanks, Brian.
Joe Johnson, head coach for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burrows. At home, they trail the Thompson Tommies 8-6 on your Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seed Sales scoreboard. Our halftime report when we return. You're watching on yourliveevent.com.
Concern or questions about the mental health of yourself or a loved one? Trail District Health Unit's Credible Mind platform offers convenient and confidential resources to help inform you about mental well-being. Credible Mind offers 21 different assessments to guide you in your mental health journey, from sleep quality and burnout to anxiety and depression. To get started today and learn about your mental, emotional, physical, and spiritual health, visit traildistricthealthunit.crediblemmind.com.
For nearly 40 years, West Main Pizza has been serving up hot, delicious pizzas and other favorites, like sub sandwiches, calzones, chicken wings, pasta dishes, paninis, and more. With 2 locations on East Main in Ada and the Rail District in Dilworth, we offer dine-in, takeout, and online ordering at westmainpizza.net. Discover more than just pizza at West Main Pizza in Ada and the Rail District in Dilworth, your neighborhood favorite since 1986.
Stay up to date all year long with your live event from our social platforms with X, Facebook, and YouTube. From the latest coaches show to watch game broadcasts back on demand from earlier in the season. Search your live event on YouTube and hit subscribe.
Outside the three-point arc. Pick and pop here with Spaeth into the left side corner. 3, good.
For the complete and most up-to-date schedule throughout the year, head to our website at yourliveevent.com.
The City of Hillsboro encourages customers to use electricity wisely through its Bright Energy Solutions rebate program. These rebates help customers save energy and money, improve their comfort, and protect the environment. You can get rebates on Energy Star appliances and lighting, as well as high-efficiency heat pumps and air conditioners. They even have rebates for home electric vehicle chargers. Business customers can receive rebates too. Call the City of Hillsboro for more information or visit brightenergysolutions.com.
Halstead Telephone Company delivers fast broadband internet, telephone, and cable TV to residents in this region, including Halstead, Shelley, Neillsville, Climax, Fisher, Bigland, Gentilly in Minnesota, and Hillsboro, Caledonia, Gardner, and Argusville, North Dakota. Serving the area residents since 1904, Halstead Telephone continues to create a bright future for this region using 100% fiber optic technology. Service plans offer flexibility and choices, and there's local support personnel ready to help. Contact Halstead Telephone Company today.
Halftime report. It is the Thompson Tommies leading the Hillsboro Central Valley Burrows 8-6 after one half of play. As we look at our first half summary, it is Tommies scoring first with the defense. After the Burrows got a big play to put them in the red zone, Tommy's defense would force a turnover on downs. Their offense would drive from the 8-yard line all the way down to the opposite 8-yard line. there as they were unable to convert on a 4th down, coming up inches short on a receiver screen, and down there for the turnover on downs. Burrows on offense convert a 3rd down pass until the penalty marked it back. Holding penalty there, wiped off a big 3rd down completion to move the chains. On that ensuing play, it was the Tommy defense collapsing on quarterback Tyson Lushik into the end zone for a safety, and the Tommies take the 2-0 lead. After the safety punt, Tommies go down the field 7 plays, 4 minutes, 11 seconds for the 54-yard drive. And Cash Danner able to get in for the 8-yard touchdown run. 2-point conversion pass failed, and it was 8-0, 5:46 to go in the first half for the Tommies. Here after that possession, Burrows would punt, Tommies would punt. Burrows take the ball here with 2:01 to go in the half, and the first play, it's an interception. Taken up there as Brady Ripplinger with a pick for the Tommy defense. So their offense comes out, and then it's the Burrow defense making a play as Jacob Miller strips the ball and recovers the fumble for the Burrows, gives them the ball back with a minute 46 to go in that half. They work the 2-minute drive down the field, going 58 yards in a minute 26. They get a Sawyer Owens a 2-yard touchdown run after was the completion to Chase Halfley over the middle of a little deflected pass that he gets it down to the 3, and then it's Owens in from there on out. 2-point conversion pass failed, and 8-6 is where we're at halftime. Your Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seat Sales scoreboard. We'll take a break here. Our halftime report. We'll look at some of the other games going on in 11A here today, as we do have some scores in that one. So that will be coming up when we return. This is YourLiveEvent.com. You're watching 11A football. Dealers of Ada are ready for fall with huge savings on all new and pre-owned vehicles, as well as huge savings on OEM parts and accessories. Lee Brothers Sales and Kelly's Chrysler Center have a nice selection of trucks, vans, SUVs, and cars, plus many fresh trade-ins and new 2026 models available for order. You can see all their inventory online at LeeBrosAdaMN.com and Kelly'sChryslerCenter.com, or stop in and talk to one of their friendly salespeople. The Auto Dealers of Ada, serving the Red River Valley and Lakes Country for over 90 years.
Cooler weather is coming. Make sure your home stays cozy and efficient with blow-in insulation from Ada Building Center. Ada Building Center has received a huge truckload shipment of blow-in insulation. You'll now get better pricing and more ways to save. With every insulation purchase, the use of the blower is absolutely free. Lower your heating costs and keep those dollars in your pocket. Blow-in insulation. Now's the time to buy from Ada Building Center, Highway 200 East Edge, Ada.
Winter is coming. Are you ready? At Agassi Sales, we'll help you build the snow removal fleet you need now. With Hyundai Construction Equipment Snow Lease Program, you'll get flexible financing, low monthly rates, and even the option of 6 months on, 6 months off. Plus, every machine is backed by our certified service department. Call Agassi Sales at 888-836-4029 or visit AgassiSales.com. Agassi Sales, your partner for power and reliability.
Thank you for watching today on YourLiveEvent.com, bringing you 11A playoff football. Thompson and Hillsboro Central Valley. Tommies leading 8-6 at half. Here as we take a peek at our other playoff matchups here today. As our out-of-town scoreboard brought to you by Dakota Heritage Bank. Sharing your heritage, sharing your future. Dakota Heritage Bank, dhb.bank, the website. Number 7 seed Dickinson Trinity hosting Deluxe Burlington. They are tied 6-6 at the half. And Allendale Edgeley Calm, the number 3 seed, they lead Grafton. Take that back. I take that back. Grafton just scored. 2 minutes left in the first half. Spoilers equal it up at 6-6 in that matchup. There, so Dickinson Trinity, Deluxe Burlington, and Ellendale Edgeley Calm, Grafton both tied 6-6 at or near the end of the first half. as we're 3 minutes away from Langdon area, Edmore, Munich, Northern Cass, Park River area, Lisbon. Those matchups can both be there with you with yourliveevent.com. Valva Garrison Drake Animus hosting Southern McLean. Kildare hosts Ray Powers Lake. And it is Botno hosting Central McLean. Those all 2 o'clock starts here, so those are just about to get underway. As we're to half, Thompson leading Hillsboro Central Valley 8-6. Here on yourliveevent.com.
Farming today doesn't always feel the same way it used to. Then again, some of it feels all the same. Maybe it isn't so much the jobs that changed, but how they get done. Now that's a different story. Everything got bigger and smaller at the same time. Insurance, accounting, and taxes can get complicated, so you need someone who's looking to keep every dollar possible in your pocket. Ag Country.
Treat yourself to a great career at American Crystal Sugar Company. Team up with quality people making quality products. Full-time and year-round in a stable business. With great pay and benefits including time off available from day one. American Crystal Sugar Company invests in you to promote your continued growth and career advancement. Grow your career doing your best work within the world's best beet sugar company. Apply online today at AmericanCrystalCareers.com.
Looking to tackle a big building project or a major fall cleanup? Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro has what you need. 40 dumpster roll-off boxes that are on hand, ready for rent. Need building materials? They'll deliver everything you need for your project and bring the dumpster at the same time for maximum convenience. If it's time for fall cleaning, rent a large dumpster and clear out your space with ease. For rentals of your dumpsters and building needs, your one-stop shop for your projects, Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro.
At Bank North, we strive to enrich the lives of everyone we serve. One transaction, one relationship, and one community at a time. We do it by supporting kids and schools, pitching in to help neighbors in need, partnering with rural businesses, and providing all the traditional and modern banking products and personalized lending services you expect from a reliable financial partner. Bank North, always true.
Your halftime report, the Thompson Tommies, as they come out of the halftime break, retaking the field there. They lead Hillsboro Central Valley 8-6 on your Golden Harvest Tim Cazette Seed Sales scoreboard. Let's look at our first half stats in this one. For the Thompson Tommies, it was 130 yards rushing. 61 of them came from Charlie Yon. It was 34 yards on a fake punt for Rylan Penis for the Tommies. It would be one carry, -3 yards for Gavin Oster, one carry, 2 yards for Joe Taylor, 4 carries, 34 yards, and a touchdown for Cash Danner, and 1 4-yard carry for Jacob Stumpf in that first half. Oster was 2 of 4 passing, 14 yards, both to Joe Taylor. Let's go down to the field here as we get our halftime coaches' comments on the field with Brady Siebels.
Yeah, talking with Brady Schwab. And, Coach, offensively able to get the ball moving there, but only able to convert on one touchdown drive. How do you get some more points on the board in the second half?
Yeah, you got to close those drives out. I thought we did a nice job up front. They started bringing a little bit of heat from the backside, so we got to secure that. And, and then we just got to find a way to capitalize when we get down into the red zone. Kudos to them. They stuffed it out a little bit, but again, it's just a little bit more, hold your blocks a little bit longer, finish your run a little bit harder, and make sure we hold on to the rock.
Defensively able to make some stops, but then they got it into the end zone on the 2-minute drill. How do you adjust, try to keep them out of the end zone again?
Yeah, I think they found something with the pass game there. They ran a little bit of climb route with their number 3, so we got to lock that down. We made some changes here at halftime, and we got to continue to consume the quarterback and then shut that down.
Brady, thanks for the time. Good luck.
Thanks, Brady.
Brady Schwab for the Thompson Tommies, our halftime coach's comments. Tommies in the first half, 144 yards of total offense, 1 turnover, 1 penalty. They possessed the football for 14 minutes and 35 seconds on offense. For the Hillsboro Central Valley, Burrows, your first half stats. Sawyer Owens with 4 carries for -2 yards and a touchdown. Carson Gazette, 1 carry for 3 yards. Tyson Lushik, 5 carries, 60 yards. Hunter Kleckner, 1 for 2. 2 team carries on losses, 1 the sack, 1 the safety. There for a total of -12. 50 yards rushing. Lushik is 2 of 7 passing for 51 yards and an interception in the first half. Owens with a 31-yard catch, Hafley a 20-yard catch. 101 yards of total offense, 1 turnover, and 4 penalties, and 9 minutes, 25 seconds time of possession in the first half for Hillsboro Central Valley. So the Burrows and the Tommies at half, 8-6. Tommies lead the safety, followed up by the touchdown. 2-point conversion pass failed. Hillsboro Central Valley, a touchdown score right before half. Their 2-point conversion pass failed, and that's where we sit now as Hillsboro Central Valley will tee it off. Bryce Miller getting ready to kick it deep. Tommies on the sideline, they break the huddle as they get ready with Joe Taylor and Rylan Paynes coming out for this second half kickoff. Thanks for joining us here today on YourLiveEvent.com. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and check out the broadcast archive and the broadcast schedule there at the website, YourLiveEvent.com. Our second half is underway as the kick is grabbed up here on the 12-yard line, running towards the sideline, and then tracked down by the Burrows special teams. Nice open field tackle that time by Austin Cotton, and puts the Tommies back here to start this second half.
Yeah, really good deep kickoff there as Pennis had to go all the way inside the 15, and then you mentioned it, Cotton a good job on kick coverage, able to get the open field tackle, limit the return, and it's first down and 10 at the 20. Thompson gonna have to go a long way, try to extend this lead.
Tommy offensive line, Chase Audrey, Peyton Harding, Cody Samuelson, Elijah Conrad, Wyatt Bergeron, as they come out with quarterback Gavin Oster in the pistol set, run the toss play out to the right side, far side away from us, and Burrow defense able to snuff it down as Charlie Yon gets back to the line of scrimmage. Yon, along with Cash Danner, your running backs, Eli Gemmel, Joel Taylor, with Brady Ripplinger rotating in at the wide receiver spot, and Brandon Adams, your tight end.
Chase Hafley there in on the tackle from the linebacker spot, able to read it, force no gain, second down and 10.
Hafley, one of those 3 linebackers, along with Griffin Mitzel, Carson Kazette. Defensive line of Jack Matson, Colin Jen, and Brody Dickoff, Bryce Miller for the Burrows defensive secondary. There as they cover up in pass protection. Oster looking right side, and it's dislodged that time. Hafley coming up, knocking it away. Couldn't get the completion. Will bring up 3rd and 10. Defensive backs for the Burrows, Sawyer Owens, Brody Rognes, your corners, Tyson Lushik, Jacob Miller, your safeties.
Yeah, they were looking for a Cash Danner there. A good job. Hafley able to anticipate it. Got to the receiver right as the ball was getting to him, so no penalty flag, no pass interference. Forces the incomplete and 3rd down and 10.
Hafley making the grab to get him on the doorstep right before half, before the touchdown. Now coming up with a couple defensive plays here to open up that second half. 3rd down and 10. Tommies fake the pitch, go the inside handoff back the other way, and it's going to be Danner brought down at the 23-yard line. He'll pick up 3, but brings up now a 4th and 7.
Yeah, Jack Matson first on there, just holding on to the jersey of the running back, holding on for dear life. A couple of his teammates able to get there, finish it off, get the stop, force the 3 and out for Hillsboro Central Valley.
Tommy's in punt formation. Charlie Yon is your punter. Here's Sawyer Owens backpedaling. He's going to stop at his own 33-yard line, awaiting this kick. Jan claps for it, sends it back, and here's the punt off. Owens will let it bounce, and it takes a Tommy bounce, a big Tommy bounce, all the way down to the 20-yard line. Extra 19 yards on the bounce, and we go 57 yards on that punt. 57 yards on that punt.
Great job there. Just able to flip the field, get the roll that you need, and now Hillsboro Central Valley going to have to go a long way to try to take the lead. That's what you need for special teams, right? It's kind of the forgotten. It's the third part of a team. But if you have a good special teams and a good special teams play in a game like this, that might be what it comes down to.
10:24 to go in this third quarter. Hillsboro Central Valley takes over from their 20-yard line. They'll send receivers each direction. Tyson Lushik comes up to the line. He'll be under center with the 2 backs in the I formation. Handoff. No. Blow it dead. Blow it dead, and the full start on Hillsboro Central Valley. That'll be their 5th penalty of the game. They did have 7 penalties back in week 2 with the victory over the Tommies. They were able to overcome those thanks to some big plays there that went their way. But right now, that's their 5th penalty in the matchup here today. It brings up now a 1st and 15 from the 15.
Griffin Mitchell checking in, getting the play at wide receiver, and again, just a killer penalty, a discipline penalty, forces the Burrows back, 1st and 15.
Mitchell split out wide left in a twin back set. Burrows run the toss play out to the right side off the option. Owens gets it up to the 16, a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, Brady Ripplinger on the tackle, good job there, knowing where it is. Keeping the feet set, getting the tackle, forcing it for only a minimal gain of 1 yard to set up 2nd down and long.
Jack Matson, Jamison Lee, John Matson, Colin Jenin, Brody Dickoff, your offensive line. Chase Hafley, your tight end. Bryce Miller, Brody Rogness with Griffin Mitchell rotating at the wide receiver spot. Sawyer Owens, Carson Gazette, your running backs. Tyson Lushik, your quarterback for Hillsboro Central Valley. On 2nd and 14. Here they send trips up to the short side of the field, bottom of your screen. Lushik going to run the option left side. He keeps it himself. He'll work his way just shy of the 20-yard line up to the 19-yard line. 3-yard gain for Tyson Lushik. Defensive alignment for the Thompson Tommies. Porter Martin, Charlie Johnson, Jevin Fee, Jaden Brand on your defensive line. Cash Danner, Jacob Stumpf, Charlie Yon, Peyton Kanan. Your linebackers, Eli Gemmel, Brady Ripplinger, and Noah Hippen. Your defensive backs for the Tommies. Starting lineups from American Crystal Sugar Company, crystalsugar.com. 3rd down and 11. Trips receivers right side. As the shotgun set for Lushik. Hafley, the lone receiver on the left side of the formation. Clock down to 5 as the snap comes back. Run the screen out to Owens. He tries to make a man miss. Gets back up to the line of scrimmage. That's all he'll get. And it'll bring up now a 4th down for the Burrow offense.
Yeah, Landon Gage just reading it. Get off the block there. Get the tackle to force up 4th down. And a 3 and out from the Burrows. Now a 3 and out from the Tommy defense, trying to get their offense back on the field.
Here, so Brody Dickoff trying to do what Charlie Yon did, and that's flip the field from the special teams. Joe Taylor goes back to receive. He's standing at his own 35-yard line. Here with 8:23 and counting in this 3rd quarter remaining. Snap back. Here's the Dickoff punt, and it will hit at the 40-yard line and hit the Burrows there at the 39. So it'll be a net punt of 20 yards and give the Tommies great field position to start this drive here in quarter number 3.
Yeah, that wind coming into play. You saw it on the Tommy punt as they were punting with the wind at their back. Got a bit of a boomer, got a good roll. And on this one, the punt just kind of died once it got to the 35 to the 40. Landed right there and really didn't get much of a roll. And then the field position advantage goes to Thompson on that sequence of plays.
Tommies send Taylor wide right side, Gemmel wide left side, wing back with the pistol set. They turn, they hand off, give it to Charlie Yon, trying to run right side, and he's wrapped up that time by the defensive end, Jack Matson. As he just gets on the back of his offensive line and rides Peyton Harding forward for about 2 yards.
Yeah, Yon, though, able to get something out of nothing there, and that's what if you're Thompson, turn a 0-yard gain into a 2-yard gain, maybe a 2-yard gain into a 4-yard gain. That's kind of how you'll try to take it here through in this second half with the lead.
Receivers each direction here in the I formation. Oster will turn, hand off left side give, and wrapped up around the ankles and hit up high that time as Hafley comes up and cleans him after Mitchell slows him up. Hafley with the tackle and brings up now 3rd and 7.
Yeah, Mitchell came in free, got the touch on the backfield. Yon able to break the tackle, but then the finish there by Hafley and only a gain of 1 brings up 3rd down and 7 here at the 43. Got to think 2-down territory if you're the Tommies. If you can get positive yardage here on 3rd down, likely to go for it on 4th down.
Longer time in the huddle here. They'll send 2 receivers out wide right. Gemmel and Danner, the receiver out wide right. Big 6'4" Cash Danner. Back to pass. Oster will roll out to his right side. He looks on a out route, finds Gemmel, caught, 1st down more. He works his way up to the 26-yard line. They're picking it up and moving the chains.
Yeah, just a corner out there from Gemmel. The Burrows playing a little bit soft on that coverage. Gemmel had to make the catch, then turns upfield, gets enough of a move to get past the sticks and get a 1st down for Thompson.
His first catch of the day. And it's now 3 of 6 passing, 21 yards for Gavin Oster. Taylor, right side, here as Rippliger comes in. He'll be left side on the receivers. Low snap comes in, able to hand it off though. Jan as the offensive line moving the line of scrimmage that time. Here the timing was off, but the offensive line moving everyone back far enough that he's still able to pick up 5 yards on that carry.
Yeah, good job by Oster, able to get down, get the snap, and yeah, you mentioned it, just that offensive line. They won the battle. They got the push all the way up front, even though the timing was off. Still able to get 5 yards out of that carry. Bring up 2nd down and 5 as we're halfway through this third quarter.
Scoreless third quarter so far. 8-6 was our halftime score, and that's where we sit right now. Tommies send 2 receivers out wide left side. Here in the loaded pistol set, they hand off to Jan in the backfield up the right side. Miller trying to rip the ball out as Gayton brings him down, and looks like it'll be the first down up to the 15-yard line, gain of 6 to move the chain.
Yeah, Miller there was looking for the strip. Jan though able to keep the ball, keep in possession of that. We'll see if Hillsboro Central Valley maybe tries to get a little bit more aggressive in this position as Chase Halfley helmet came off, so he'll have to jog to the sideline, sit out one play for the Burrows.
1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. Trips receivers left side. Tommies send 1 to the right side. Oster in the pistol set, takes a snap, turns, hands off left side. Helmet's popping off that time for the Tommies as Jan is brought down, loss on the play of 1.
Yeah, Bryce Miller there from his end position, able to get around the corner, get the TFL. As if you're Hillsboro Central Valley, you've been in this situation before. You've given up yardage. Thompson, they've gotten into the red zone a couple times, but have come away empty-handed a couple of times as well here today. So if you're the Burrows, hey, you still got the opportunity. 2nd down and 10. Can you put together 3 more plays to get off the field?
Bryce Miller leading the Burrows in tackles for loss and sacks coming into this game. Adding 1 to that total gives him 9 on the season. 2nd down and 11. Tommy split receivers each way. Pro set, they hand off to Jan. Stopped at the line of scrimmage, trying to bounce to the outside. And that time Miller stonewalls him, and Matson comes over to get the tackle. So good contain that time by Miller.
Yeah, Miller there, a good job once again, just off the block. A little bit of extra, pushing and shoving, right? This is a rivalry game. Hillsboro-Thompson been a rivalry back when I was playing no love lost, so maybe a little extracurriculars. The official right there just talking to a couple players saying, hey, don't do anything that you're going to regret. Don't do anything to hurt your team, and try to let cooler head prevail here as it's 3rd down and 10.
3rd and 10 from the 15. 3:52 to go in this third quarter. Motion left to right. It's Danner. Flag comes out. They run their screen inside. It's caught, but I don't think they're going to get this to stand as Hippen catches it. And I think we have an illegal procedure, or illegal shift. That will be the call. So Burrows, will they take the yardage or take the loss of down? Looks like they're going to mark him back. So the penalty will bring him back, and still 3rd down from just past the 20-yard line here for 3rd and 15.
Yeah, new wrinkle there for the Tommies, showing it, trying to set up the screen to tight end Noah Hippen. Burrows had it covered, but they'll take the loss of yardage, moving back 5 more to set up 3rd down and 15.
Hippen will go back to that tight end spot left side as Danner goes out wide right side. Slot right will be Gemmel. Taylor, and they're going to motion Taylor left side, right side on the flat motion. Back to pass, Oster looking. Here as he goes off to the right side, and the throw is incomplete. Overthrowing intended receiver there, and maybe just sensing time in the pocket saying, hey, I got to get rid of this so I don't hurt my offensive lineman there, and just throwing it where no one could catch it.
Yeah, I was looking for Taylor, who's the closest one in the vicinity off of that motion. He kind of cut the route short. Maybe Oster thought he was going to continue going on toward the boundary. Nonetheless, forces an incompletion, and now it's 4th down and 15. The Burrows going to try to get the offensive stop as the crowd for Hillsboro Central Valley starting to make some noise here along the sideline.
It's playoff football. Let's get the energy level going. Here's Taylor wide right side, Rippliger wide left side. Tommy's back pass, looking to throw. Jan throwing to the end zone. It's picked off by the Burrows.
Flag.
Oh my, there was some contact. And what are we gonna have? Officials will get together. Who pushed who? It's what we're wondering as the And they call pass interference on the defense.
They do.
And so that will move it up now here to the 10-yard line. Not the automatic first down that you get in the NFL. And now we have the far side official stopping things as well too. So not sure. I think we got a penalty on the Burrow defense. Maybe some words said unhappy with that call. And so it will be on the Burrows for an unsportsmanlike. That'll be half the distance. So move it to the 5, and it's now 1st and goal from the 5-yard line for Thompson. Penalties not beneficial here to the Burrows in this one. Now the defense has to go back and try and make another 4-play stand. Officials still talking things over. Now they say we're good to go. Get everything squared away. Loaded pistol set, full back to the right side of Gavin Oster. Yawn in the backfield, they turn, they give it to him as he's brought down. Bryce Miller with another tackle for a loss. Here brings him back to the 6-yard line.
Yeah, a lot of emotion there. Hillsboro Central Valley, right? Obviously, flag does not go your way. You can hear the coaches saying, hey, let's get back to playing football. Let's focus, and still the chance for the defense to try to make a stop. Bryce Miller there, able to get the TFL, move him back to the 6-yard line. The Burrows still the opportunity to try to get or prevent Thompson into the end zone here in this drive.
Well, the flag not going your way on the defensive pass interference, but the unsportsmanlike, that was one that's a preventable flag. That's the one that the coaches are going to get a little irritated by. 2 receivers right, 1 left. Burrows showing some blitz pressure as the fake to give to Danner, brought up here and brought down for Colin Jenin in the backfield, making the stop.
Yeah, Jenin able to read that, get the TFL once again, or at least no gain. Now it sets up 3rd down as the Burrows, right, starting to get a little bit momentum here. They're back into this as they're going to try to get 2 more plays, see if they can get off the field here.
Another long drive, 6 minutes for this drive, and this started in Burrow territory. They've only gone 33 yards. Oster motions a man right to left side as the snap comes back. It's bobbled around out to the right, and it's knocked away. Incomplete pass. And there again, Miller getting into deflected. Second time he's broken up a pass from that DN spot.
Yeah, great job getting the paw up there, able to deflect it. And now here we are again, 4th down. Can Hillsboro Central Valley make one more play on defense, force the stop, get the ball back to your offense?
Ball here at the 6-yard line after a defensive pass interference and an unsportsmanlike penalty. Moved it to the 5, 1st and goal from the 5. And the defense trying to stand tall here in this 3rd quarter. Receiver out wide left is Taylor. 2 receivers right side, Danner. No, we're going to get timeout. Timeout taken here. 1:46 to go in the 3rd quarter. Tommies leading 8-6. Your Golden Harvest Tim Cassette seed sales scoreboard on yourliveevent.com.
Job too big, no call too small. Bears Home Solutions handles it all. You need a bear in there, oh yeah. Keeping homes just right with expert care. Let our stars guide you when repairs scare. You need a bear in there.
Check out bearshomesolutions.com.
4th and goal for the Thompson Tommies as they take the timeout. And we get ready for this play. As we take a peek at our out-of-town scoreboard from Dakota Heritage Bank. Velva Garrison Drink Animus leading Southern McLean 6-0. Kildare leading Ray Powers Lake 6-0. Dickinson Trinity up 13-6. 7-0 Bottineau with the lead as well. Your Dakota Heritage Bank out-of-town scoreboard. Tommy's going for it on 4th and goal. Oster rolling out right side, throws to the end zone, and the dive, incomplete.
Pass is incomplete.
Oh, was looking for Danner. He tried, he dove for it. It looks like the ball just got the top blade of grass. It falls incomplete, and a big defensive stand for the Burrows. Able to turn them back inside the 5-yard line and get the offense back on the field here at latter stages of the 3rd quarter.
There, that drive going 6 minutes, 33 seconds on the turnover on downs. Hillsboro Central Valley takes it over, minute 40 to go in the third quarter from their own 6-yard line. They send receivers out wide each way, I formation, turn, handoff. Owens trying to find room on the right side, cuts back a little bit there into the middle of the field as Halfley loses his helmet. And it will be now up to the 9-yard line, 3-yard gain, 2nd and 7.
Now, if you're Hillsboro Central Valley, right, a long way to go. Can you sustain a drive to get it into the end zone? And if you're the Tommies, hey, you got a 3 and out here. Can you get off the field, maybe force a punt, try to get your offense back? As at the very least, Thompson, a great job of just playing keep away, killing time, limiting the possessions for Hillsboro Central Valley so far today.
So far, the big play in this third quarter was that 57-yard punt by Jan that flipped the field from all the way down to the opposite 20. Lushik on the option, keeper right side, gets across the 10, up here to the 13-yard line, gain of 4, 3rd and 3 coming up.
Yeah, Lushik making the read there, decided to just keep it, lower the head down, try to get some positive yardage, able to set up 3rd down and short. 3, now they'll put it at 3rd down and 4, as the Burrows got to get a first down here before the end of the quarter.
They will have to run the play, about a 13-second difference on the play clock and the game clock. Hunter Kleckner comes in. Carson Kazette gets a breather as Rognus comes out wide right. Bryce Miller slot right. Halfley wide left side. Split backs in the backfield. Lushik looking on an out pass. Here it's caught by Miller as he makes one man miss at the 10. Now here on his feet up to the 20, to the 22 for the first down.
It's a great job by Miller using that size to advantage, able to go up, reach up top for the football, make the catch, then make a couple of moves to get past the chains and get a first down.
Big chain mover there as we hit the end of quarter number 3. 12 minutes to go in this first round 11A playoff game. The Thompson Tommies leading the Hillsboro Central Valley Burrows 8-6 on your Golden Harvest. Tim Kazette, Seat Sales Scoreboard.
I'm Molly, and I have lived here a little over 3 years now. I like the open spaces here and being able to go in and out. I like the fact that I don't have stairs or elevators. I just have most everything that I need close at hand.
There's a new inventory of trailers at Bloomfield Enterprises of Hillsboro. You can see the latest inventory online at bloomfieldtrailers.com. Bloomfield Enterprises has a full line of Big Tex trailers. Big Tex has affordable and versatile utility trailers for all your jobs. Big Tex has a full line of products from ATV trailers to gooseneck to dump trailers and more. Call Larry at 218-368-7989 or Tim at 701-430-0877. Bloomfield Enterprises in Hillsboro.
1st and 10, Hillsboro Central Valley as we go into our fourth quarter. Thanks for joining us here on yourliveevent.com. Myself, Jake Berkmeyer, along with Brady Siebels down the sideline. And Brady, it's been a fun game here today, and we're looking to a good here 12 minutes upcoming.
Yeah, it's all you want from a playoff game. 2 nearby schools, 2 rivals. It's been a slobber knocker and 12 minutes to go. Still anyone's game.
Burrows run it with Sawyer Owens. He'll get now across the 25 to the 26 for a 4-yard carry on first down. Owens, not a lot of ball room to run here. 6 yards on 7 carries. Did have that option play for a loss of 8. That one's the big one that stands out. But so far, you take out the Lushik 57-yard run. Burrows haven't had a lot of offensive yardage on that ground game. Credit to the Tommy defense. Lushik in the I formation, hands off to fullback Carson Kazette, and no one's blowing the whistle. Just keep the pile moving. Everybody jumps in on the action. We're having kind of a reverse tug-of-war. Instead of pulling, we're both pushing, and the Burrows push it for a first down.
Yeah, just looked like a rugby scrum there, and a good job for Hillsboro Central Valley. Just get on the ball carrier, try to get those extra yardage. As that pays off, moves the sticks for the Burrows in another first down.
Gazette will come out as Kleckner checks in. Rognus will come in too as the receiver with the play call from the huddle. Here's scoreless third quarter. Second quarter was a safety and a Cash Danner touchdown run for the Thompson Tommies. For the Hillsboro Central Valley Burrows, it was a Sawyer Owens touchdown run. Running the option, fake the pitch. Lushik keeps it himself now on that left side edge. Gets it up to the 37-yard line. Here and able to set up now about 4 yards to go here on second down.
Yeah, again, Lushik just reading it perfectly, staying with it, lets the defender commit to the running back. Then he puts the foot in the ground, goes north-south, picks up 6 yards to try to stay ahead of the chains and force second and short.
That Thompson offensive drive that ended in a turnover on downs went 6 minutes before the end of the quarter. Burrows trying to get their offense going here, right side. It will be Sawyer Owens looking for the outside edge. Stiff arm, first down, more, 50, 45, 40, to the 30, to the 20, one man to beat, cuts back, 5, diving at the 1.
Sawyer Owens just taking the carry there to the edge, made one man miss, got the stiff arm, and from then down the sideline. Credit to the Tommies, a touchdown saving tackle, but the Burrows in business, first down and goal at the 1 to try to take the lead.
The big run for Sawyer Owens, been bottled up all night, finds the edge, the stiff arm, the cutback, touchdown saving tackle, but now the Burrows coming out with that heavy set. Owens will be in the backfield with Kazette and Jack Matson sliding back there to the fullback spot. As Moocher comes in, Leash kicks out to that left tackle spot. Under center, Lushik, and it will be in for the touchdown. Tyson Lushik keeps it himself, the 1-yard touchdown run, and Hillsboro Central Valley takes their first lead.
Yeah, the Burrows went heavy there. Normally that's a running back or a play to the tailback. Instead, Lushik just going to keep himself. The offensive line gets the push they need, just needed a yard, able to just fall ahead, get into the end zone and put the Burrows back on the scoreboard and give them their first lead with under 10 minutes to play this afternoon.
I got to think Owens is like, oh man, I was so close, and Tyson gets it, but at the same time thinking, I'm a little gassed, let him run it in on that one. He'll be in the I formation set, deep back behind Kazette, 2 receivers right side on this 2-point conversion. Burrows turn handoff, this time they give it to Owens, he is hit and he's short. Unable to get it in. Looked like the ball might have popped out too, but on the 2-point conversion, it is no good. Hillsboro Central Valley, though, takes the lead 12-8 on your Golden Harvest Tim Kazette seat sale scoreboard.
In public schools, their mission is to develop lifelong learners and responsible citizens. You can visit their website, tps-k12.org, for school announcements and calendars, lunch menus, weather announcements, athletic schedules, and more. Follow them on social media and share in Tommy Pride with student updates and events with Thompson Public Schools. Thompson Public Schools thanks all students, staff, parents, alumni, and community members for their continued support. Good luck to the Tommies. Learn more at tps-k12.org.
New Solid Tech R floors deliver sustainable high performance from bottle to floor. They're PVC-free and made with natural stone and recycled single-use plastic for scratch-proof, flood-proof protection that stands up to all that your life demands. Because sustainability, beauty, and performance are at the heart of Solid Tech R floors.
Available at Carpet World, 17th Avenue South, online at carpetworldfargo.com.
Assist from the wind, knocking the football off the tee as they were ready to kick it off. And now we come back for this kickoff after the Burrow touchdown run. They lead 12-8. Tyson Lushik, the 1-yard run after the Owens 63-yard run. And okay, now we're going to kick it off. Miller was ready to go and stop. Now he kicks. Taylor back deep to receive for the Tommies. It will go back and be picked up at the 14-yard line, up ahead to the 25. Tries to reverse field, cuts back in the Burrow special teams there for the stop.
Yeah, good job on special team, just able to corral the kick returner, limit the return, and now Hillsboro Central Valley first time with the lead. How do they play with the lead? And for the Tommies, offensively, first time that they have trailed, and just with how the offense is taking time off the clock, you got to think really maybe one, maybe two drives for the Tommy offense. So you got to try to go and get into the end zone this drive.
Other thing that's happening, the sidelines get into it as well. Here's a give up the left side, trying to bust through to the 30, to the 33-yard line, plowing forward 7 yards for Charlie Young, and his 27th carry of the ball game.
Yeah, Jan, he's the bell cow. You see it, 27 carries, just able to find the crease, find the hole, and again, he'll get 5, he'll get 6, he'll get 7 yards a carry on that first down. Set your offense for success when you have second, third, and shorts.
Jan with 133 more carries than number 2 on the attempts coming into this game. He is the bell cow. Here, taking it right side, give first down as he moves it up to the 38-yard line, 5-yard gain.
Yeah, Griffin Mitchell there on the tackle, but Jan able to carry him for that extra yard, extra 2 yards, get a first down to move the chains here in this drive.
There, that's the 11th first down of the game for the Tommy offense. As they will send receiver wide left side, wide right side, I formation, offset I formation. They run left side and looked like stopped up there. They contain on that right side edge, and defense flowing in for the Burrows, and it's a 2-yard gain.
Yeah, good job there. The Colin Jenin as well as Jack Masson just mudding it up there, piling on, forcing really nowhere for the ball carrier to go. Limited to just a gain of 1 as the clock ticking now under 8 minutes to go in the game.
And a beautiful day for some 11A football, and a beautiful game we've seen. Two teams that, there's been some turnovers, some penalties here, but a pretty clean game, and just kind of we're moving ahead. Back to pass. Oster looking here to the right side. It's deflected. Intercepted by the Burrows. Off the hands. Picked off. That time Rognus. He's spun around. Back near to the 40-yard line. It's a 10-yard return and a Burrow takeaway.
Yeah, ball was just a little bit high. The receiver went up for it, deflected off of the hand. And then Rognus just Johnny on the spot, waiting for it in the right spot, able to make the catch, get a nice little return. Burrows force a turnover. Now they'll have 1st and 10 in Tommy territory.
I will apologize as the announcer Jinx, just saying that it was a nice clean game so far, and then just deflected off the hands, and the Burrows take it over. They'll have it at the Tommy 40-yard line. 7:34 to go in this fourth quarter, trying to get a drive to extend their lead. Receiver left side, receiver right side. They run the toss play to the right side. Give it up to Owens, trying to find that edge again. Stops, comes back to the middle of the field. Little slip-by move. Picks up 3 yards on not a lot of gain there. We got a Burrow player slow to get up, or is he just hanging up by where the huddle's going to be? Yeah, Halfley's up. Okay. So it will be now a 2nd and 7 after the 3-yard carry.
Flag, it looks like chop block.
Flag. So, move it back.
So again, the penalties for Hillsboro Central Valley, as you had a minimal gain there, but now it's going to back them up as it's a personal foul penalty. So that backs them up 15 yards, and now it'll be 1st down and 25 for Hillsboro Central Valley back in their own territory at the 45-yard line.
8th penalty by the Burrows in this game. We'll add them up in a minute. Twin receivers to the right side, run to the left side, jump back to the middle as Owens back up to the 48-yard line, 3-yard gain. So he does get that 3, just they mark him back with the penalty to bring up now 2nd and long. But
Stump there on the tackle for the Tommies, and if you're the defense, hey, you still got time. If you can get, with the penalty, you've backed them up behind the chains, get together 2 more plays, and get your offense back on the field with both teams. Thompson with 2 timeouts, Hillsboro Central Valley with 3. Still plenty of game with 6:35 to go.
70 yards of penalties for the Burrows, just 20 for the Tommies in this one. Receivers each direction. Shotgun set, split backs. They motion Miller cross, run the little pop pass to him. The touch pass. What do you call that one again?
Shovel pass? I don't know.
It wasn't the shovel pass.
No.
But it's the, I'm Patrick Mahomes, I'm just going to give it to the guy, just tip it forward. Yeah. Anyway, Miller catches it, and he moves it up here across the 50 to the other 48. So picking up 4 yards on that completion.
But a good job there for the Tommies, right? Down and distance, know the situation, keep the eyes on the football, follow Miller, and able to get the stop for a minimal gain to set up 3rd down and 19.
Chase Hafley, wide left side solo receiver. Trips receivers right side for the Burrows in the pistol set. Lushik back to pass. Looking left, right, back left, over the crossing road, intended for Owens, incomplete. Would have had to turn the corner and make some yardage up, but brings up now a 4th and long here for Hillsboro Central Valley.
Yeah, just a little bit out of the reach of the arms of Sawyer Owens. It falls incomplete, and now if brings up 4th down. So the Tommies defense, you do the spot again. The wind still blowing. Wind now will be at the back of the punter for Hillsboro Central Valley. You saw the Tommies get a boomer of a punt going this way. Hillsboro Central Valley going to see if they can get a similar one to try to pin the Tommies down back deep.
Cody Dickoff in punt formation. Joe Taylor back in punt return formation as the kick is off. Taylor watching it, and it will bounce at the 5 and into the end zone for the touchback. Nets 28 on the punt, and Thompson will take it from the 20-yard line. 5:33 to go in this game.
So the Tommies, your defense able to get the stop offensively, right? That last possession didn't go your way. Tip ball, ended up in a turnover. Can you forget that? You still got 5:33. You got 80 yards to try to get into the end zone. See if you can advance in this playoff round.
As they come out, it will be Gavin Oster under center. I formation behind him. Receivers each direction. Play action. They're looking on Oro. Pressure comes and the sack! Burrow defense, the sack that time. Oster was looking, great coverage on that left side by Jacob Miller.
Yeah, great coverage, and then Colin Jenin able to eventually work around his man, get the sack in the backfield. Big play there, loss of 10 to set up 2nd down and long here for the Tommies.
Jenin with his now 3.5 sacks on the season. Tommies in the huddle. We'll break it with 15 on the play clock. 2nd down and 20. 2 receivers right, 2 receivers left. Shotgun set. They motion Taylor right side to left side, trying to get him. And it's going to be movement. Stopping the play. Stopping the play. And officials just going to double check what they say. It is on the Tommies with the full start. Now their 3rd penalty, 25 yards.
Talked about the killer penalties for Hillsboro Central Valley. Now a costly one for the Tommies. Backs up now 5 yards. They'll be at the 5. It's 2nd down and 25. And if you're Hillsboro Central Valley, this is what you love as a defensive lineman. This is the opportunity. See if you can pin your ears back. Try to see if you can make a play. If you can get a sack, try to force a safety of your own if you're the Burrows.
They just got one. Don't be greedy, Brady. Defenses can be greedy. We'll allow that. Offense trying to be greedy and find a big chunk play now. 2nd and 25 after the sack and the false start. 4 wide receivers set. Oster looking. He's going to throw the out route, and it's nearly picked off that time. Going down in the dive. Mitzel can't haul it in as it hits the turf. Incomplete pass, though, brings up 3rd and 25.
Yeah, with that, so Thompson, they're going to try to go with that short passing game with the expected pressure. And you see there as Oster had to get it out quickly. Unable to just get it all the way there as that one fell to the ground on the low pass. And now it's 3rd down and 25 with 4:19 to play.
Tommies, as you mentioned, 2 timeouts left. Took the one earlier in the half there. And they're going to take a 2nd one right here. Timeout taken by Thompson ahead of this 3rd and 25 play from their own 5-yard line. Hillsboro Central Valley leading 12-8. Your Golden Harvest, Tim Cassette, Seat Sale Scoreboard.
Bean Cooperative in Buxton, North Dakota has adapted to the growing needs of the edible bean industry since 1982. Production of edible beans helps many growers in the Red River Valley make their farming operation more profitable. These growers are also producing a nutritious, high-protein food source helping feed a hungry world. Central Valley Bean Cooperative in Buxton with receiving stations in Garski, Grafton, Larimore, Sharon, Devils Lake, Lincoln, Wilton, and East Grand Forks. Learn more at centralvalleybean.com or call 701-847-2622.
3rd down and 25. Tommies have it at their own 5-yard line. As they take a timeout, our out-of-town scoreboards from Dakota Heritage Bank. Ellendale Edgeley-Colm leading Grafton 32-6. Botno leading Central McLean 14-0. It is scoreless Park River and Lisbon. 25-0. Valville Garrison Drake Animus leads Southern McLean. Langdon Area Edmore Munich leads Northern Cass 7-0. Winner of that one takes on the winner of this one next week at the high C. Here's back to pass. Gavin Oster looking. Pressure comes. Miller nearly gets to him. He'll throw right side, and it is nearly picked off again. Pressure coming from the left side of the defense, right side of the offense, and unable to complete the pass. Brings up 4th down.
Yeah, Jacob Miller on the coverage as Eli Gemmel for the Tommies. The receiver almost had to switch and play cornerback there, just prevent the interception, but the Burrows, they get the stop, and now 4th down and 25. Got to be a punt situation if you're the Tommies backed up this far.
Those Millers have made some impacts here today. Bryce Miller, some tackles for a loss there. A couple batted down passes. Jacob Miller had the forced fumble and recovered. Now blocked by Bryce Miller. Blocks the punt. Grabbed in the air that time by the Burrows. Stumbling down to the 5-yard line. And on cue, Bryce Miller with a block punt, and the Burrows take over at the 5.
Miller, he has been a standout in this second half on the rush. He gets a piece of it, the deflection to force the block. Punt, and then the return there by Halfley, stumbling, but able to get it inside the 5, and the Burrows a golden opportunity to tack on to this lead and make it a 2-score game.
Missed last week's game, came in back to the lineup here today, and showing some energy there as the blocked punt, and 4:07 to go in this 4th quarter. Hillsboro Central Valley again taking over from the 5-yard line. Burrows go with Miller out wide right side. Lushik turns, hands off, fullback give. Carson Kazette down to about the 2-yard line as looks like Charlie Johnson lost the helmet that time for the Tommies defense.
It's a simple option play. They'll give it to the fullback. 2 hands on the football. You want to score, but at the very least, you don't want to give up a turnover or to prevent a big play at the very least. You know, at least take 3-4 plays, take a couple minutes off the clock and try to force them the long field should you not get in the end zone. But obviously, if the Burrows, you want to punch it in to get that 2-score lead.
Yeah, that would be big here as the 2-point conversions, 0 of 2 for the Burrows, 0 of 1 for the Tommies in the game. And looks like the Burrows going to let it run down here. They'll break the huddle with 15 left. Mitzel will be out wide to the right side. Bryce Miller wide to the left side. I formation behind Lushik. He takes a snap, turns handoff. Carson Kazette leaping through the line for the score. Carson Kazette, a 3-yard touchdown run.
Kazette there on the run. John Matson, a little bit of the Reggie Bush push back with Matt Leinert all those years ago for USC. Just give it to Kazette, keep the feet churning, get some help from your lineman, and get into the end zone to take a 2-score lead. The Burrows now up by 10.
The Bush push. That's a pull from deep in the bag, Brady.
Thank you.
Wow. Was what, 2006?
Yeah, the players participating on this field have no idea what I'm talking about.
They weren't born.
Oh, don't say that.
That's sad. Here they give right side here to Sawyer Owens, trying to jump cut back here and stopped by the Thompson defense. So Hillsboro Central Valley makes it a 2-score game, now leading by double digits, 18-8 for the Tommies with 3:11 to go. Your Golden Harvest, Tim Kazette, Seed Sales Scoreboard.
Being a good sport is the best way to learn from the activity you are involved in. Whether you are winning or losing the game, you can walk away with a positive experience if you show your integrity and respect and learn from the other team. Hi, my name is Addison and I'm a student in the Central Valley School District. I've learned so much from competing in basketball, and a lot of what I've learned is by observing the other teams and taking positive influence from some of their greats in sportsmanship. I hope to continue to display this at the Central Valley School to also be an example. This message is from the Central
It is the Hillsboro Central Valley Burrows leading over the Thompson Tommies, 18-8, a block punt after the Burrow defense gets a sack on first down. A Tommy penalty makes it then 2nd and 25 from the 5-yard line, ends up being 4th and 25, and a block punt there as it was deflected, picked up by the Burrows on the run, and brought back to the 5-yard line. Carson Cassette would get a touchdown 2 plays later. And here's the loose ball on the ground, finally picked up by the Tommies as they let it go by, trying to let it get back to the returners. And they just return it up here to the 22-yard line.
Yeah, that's why you try to put it on the ground. It splits the tail or the return man, then some confusion, maybe a little bit of a bobble. Full head of steam from Hillsboro Central Valley on the kick return. Able to get the stop at the 25, as now obvious passing situation going against the wind here if you're the Thompson Tommies.
There as the Tommies will come out, 4 wide receivers. Oster back to pass. Looking right, has time, now he rolls out. Miller after him, gets away from that, he'll throw it deep down the middle, and it's intercepted again! Intercepted by the Burrow defense. Jacob Miller with the pick.
Yeah, Miller making a play again for Hillsboro Central Valley, again with this obvious passing situation. Let the pass rushers try to force some pressure, then you have to force the ball if you're the quarterback, Oster, into coverage, and Miller able to step in front of it, get the interception to give the Burrows the football.
Jacob Miller, his second takeaway today. He forced the fumble, recovered the fumble in that first half. That was right after the Burrows offense had thrown an interception. Now he comes away and able to get the pick. And Hillsboro Central Valley takes over from the 32-yard line. 2:56 to go, just 1 timeout left in the half for the Tommies. Flag on the play. Flag on the play. We'll move it back 5 yards here for the Burrows and bring up 1st and 15.
Yeah, you mentioned that strip, and just imagine how much that game changed on that Miller strip. It was 8-0. Tommy's got that interception. They were inside Burrow territory right before half, but then Miller able to strip the ball. The Burrows then converted that into points before halftime. And since then, if the momentum has gone or continued with HCV.
Sawyer Owens plows ahead, gets back to penalty yardage, will be 2nd and 10. Tommies take their 3rd timeout. 2:44 to go in the 4th quarter. Hillsboro Central Valley with the ball, leading 18-8 over Thompson on yourliveevent.com. Your Golden Harvest Tim Cassette Seat Sale Scoreboard.
Growers, prepare your fields and yields against the wet conditions for 2025 and beyond with a drain tile project from Chad's Excavating out of Mayville. Drain tiling will improve and increase your yields and land values for years to come. Chad's Excavating provides free, detailed estimates, and with over 40 years of combined success, they provide professional installation and service. Call Chad today to prepare for your future and any questions that you might have. That's Chad's Excavating out of Mayville, helping farmers grow.
Well, it was 8-6 at halftime. It was 8-6 through 3 quarters of play, but the Burrows defense helping to get them out to an 18-8 lead now here in the 4th quarter with 2:44 to go, as they have 2 fourth-quarter interceptions plus a blocked punt that was recovered and returned up to the 5-yard line for the Burrows as well. And now they come out on offense after that second interception that was mentioned, and it's going to be a dive ahead. Carson Cassette will have 3 yards, and 3rd and 7 will be the down and distance.
So Tommy's now out of timeouts. They had to burn one earlier in this half on offense, and that's going to come back to bite them here as Hillsboro Central Valley going to wait to take in the play call, take a couple extra seconds, then after the play call, they're just going to take a few extra seconds in the huddle, try to use up all 40 seconds in between on this situation. Just most importantly, 2 hands on the football, no turnovers if you're the Burrows.
Tyson Lushik under center, Carson Cassette the fullback, Sawyer Owens the deep back. In this I formation set, they give it to Owens. He'll jump cut his way up to the 25-yard line. We'll pick up 4 yards. Will now be a 4th and 3.
Yeah, good cut for Owens, able to get some positive yardage out of that. 4th down and 3. Really the ball game here. If the Burrows can get 3 yards, they'll pick up the victory. They'll advance into the 2nd round. If you're the Tommies, got to find any way, get a stop. Anything can happen. Try to force the turnover and then see if you can come back, make a miracle happen here if you're the Tommies.
First down, they kneel it out. If the Tommies stop them, they're looking at about 1:15 to try and score twice, and the first one they'd have to go 75 yards. Looks like we're going to have a offensive lineman. John Matson will come out. So the center, not someone you want to have come out on fourth down. Alan Moocher, though, did play some center earlier in the season when Matson was out with a couple games. So he will check in at that center position. And Burrows might let the clock run down, maybe take a timeout. We'll see what they do. Now our officials are coming together.
Well, the clock was down underneath 10, and then because of that, they ended up resetting the play clock to 25. And I think Thompson is saying that then you're giving an extra 20 seconds to the Burrows to run off. So maybe they'll try to fix what the clock should be at.
What are they saying? Well, with 1:17 to go on the game clock, they are going to change it back to 1:26. 1:26, and the play clock, are they going to let that run from 25? They are, but they're stopping the game clock. Here, the give for the Burrows. It will be Sawyer Owens. He'll pick up one in the turnover on downs. So unable to run out the clock there, but able to eat some clock with 1:22 to go. It will be Thompson taking over the football.
Yeah, good stand there for the Tommies. Way to play all 48 minutes. You got to be proud of that. If you're Coach Brady Schwab, you're not giving up. You still want to get a stop on defense, and now see maybe the offense can get something. Still time. Seen crazier things happen here in high school football.
Well, and maybe you go with a double move here, because you got to imagine the Burrow defense already 2 picks in this half. They got to be itching for something and going to be ultra aggressive. So do you try something right away? Oster will be in the shotgun set, running back to his right side, 4 wide receivers, back to pass, rolling out to the right side. Here up against the sideline, the throw is just going to be out of bounds into the Burrows sideline. Incomplete pass.
Yeah,
second and 10.
Trying to get Oster going out, rolling to his right. A good job by the Burrows. Good coverage also to force him the defensive rush. Nowhere for him to go, so he makes a smart play. Throw it into the Burrow bench. Live to fight it for second down.
Owens, Lushik, Jacob Miller, Cody Rognes, the defensive backs, seeing how they play here on this second down and 10 now. Again, Tommy's got to score twice, and we'll see what they can do. 4 wide receivers set. Oster back to pass, looking left side, throws it into the flat that time by Jan, and he is hit that time. Carson Kazette coming up, making the stop at the 25-yard line.
Yeah, good play, Kazette, right there, just knowing what the situation is. Most important situation, get the ball carrier down, inbounds. Don't let him try to make a cut to the outside. Keep that clock running now under a minute.
Exactly. Clock running here. Tommy's out of timeouts, cannot stop it. Here on third down, they send 2 wide receivers right side, 2 wide receivers left side. Spread them out. Send the back out of the backfield. They're going to throw back left side. It's caught by Taylor on that far sideline, trying to make a guy miss. Gets it up to the 36-yard line. I will move it forward, but it'll bring up fourth down.
Yeah, fourth down. Just try to give it to one of your playmakers on the outside. Good job by the Burrows. Corral him. Get the tackle. Fourth down. Last chance for the Tommies.
To the 31-yard line. Taylor with the 5-yard gain. Tommies gets set with 14 on the clock. He'll be passing over the middle, and it is incomplete. And that will turn it over on downs. And Hillsboro Central Valley will take over with the chance just to kneel it out.
Yeah, I was looking for Gemmel just out of the reach, a little bit too high, falls incomplete. That'll do it. Hillsboro Central Valley, a gritty victory for them, but they'll advance into the second round of the Class A football playoffs.
Trailing at halftime, 8-6 there. Couple of fourth quarter scores, couple of big plays. The Owens 63-yard run that brought him down to the 1. Maybe that's the big one that really got them moving here. As the kneel down will come, Hillsboro Central Valley in that victory formation, knee to the turf, and the clock runs out. Hillsboro Central Valley with the victory, 18-8, your final score. Here over the Thompson Tommies, Burrows will take on the winner between Langdon Area Edward Munich and Northern Cass. We're looking at that game when we come back. Part of our post-game report, Hillsboro Central Valley with the victory over Thompson, 18-8, your final score.
The city of Hillsboro encourages customers to use electricity wisely through its Bright Energy Solutions rebate program. These rebates help customers save energy and money, improve their comfort, and protect the environment. You can get rebates on Energy Star appliances and lighting, as well as high-efficiency heat pumps and air conditioners. They even have rebates for home electric vehicle chargers. Business customers can receive rebates too. Call the City of Hillsboro for more information or visit brightenergysolutions.com. It's safe to say we have it pretty good in the Drayton, North Dakota area. Growing sugar beets, making sugar, bringing a little sweetness to the world. Every day, American Crystal Sugar produces sweet products people love in a place we love to call home. It's a thing we like to call the sweet life, and we're proud to share it with you. American Crystal Sugar's Drayton facility has recently started offering a $4 per hour shift differential for rotating shifts. Go to AmericanCrystalCareers.com for more information.
At Enbridge, we're focused on relationships. 23 Canadian First Nation and Métis communities now own an equity stake in Enbridge Athabasca Pipelines. In Minnesota, Enbridge has spent $450 million and counting with Native-owned companies and in wages to tribal members working on Line 3. Every day brings new collaborations, partnerships, and possibilities. Learn more at Enbridge.com.
Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro is completing post-frame buildings 80 by 80, 80 by 160, even 80 by 200. Need an addition or shop reskin? Cywick Lumber and Hardware has all materials. They'll complete to your customized building requests. Bifold doors, hydro doors for farm buildings, and metal sail steel for durable construction. Whether it's new, an addition, or a repair, every building project can be done with Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro. All materials, all in one place. Visit or call Cywick Lumber and Hardware Hillsboro.
Hillsboro Central Valley with the victory over Thompson, 18-8, your final score, as the Burrows improve their record to 8-2 on the year. Advance to take on the winner between Langdon area, Edmore Munich, and Northern Cass. That game, last we checked, Cardinals leading the Jaguars 7-0. Tommies will end their season at 5-5 here after the loss today. Our game summary in this one, it was Tommies with a safety, and they followed up with an offensive drive to go up 8-0 midway through the second quarter. Later in the quarter, it would be back-to-back turnovers on back-to-back plays. A Hillsboro Central Valley interception followed up by a fumble by the Tommies, recovered by the Burrows, and after that they would go down the field and score right before half, a 58-yard drive. Sawyer Owens in for the 2-yard touchdown run. With 18 seconds left before the half, 2-point conversion pass would fail, and it would be Thompson leading 8-6 at half. Scoreless third quarter as the teams played a stalemate to a couple of long drives, and that's about it. Some defensive stops in the end. So we get to the fourth quarter here as the Burrows get a drive that actually takes the last minute 40 of quarter three. First couple minutes of the fourth quarter, a 94-yard touchdown drive sparked by a 63-yard run by Sawyer Owens as he brings it down to the 1-yard line. Tyson Lushik gets it in from a yard out on the next play. Burrows go up 12-8. That with a 9:26 to go in the fourth. Ensuing defensive drive, Burrows get a pick as Brody Rognes picks off a pass. Burrows end up punting. It would be then a touchback on the punt. Thompson would have it. A sack on first down brings it to 2nd and 20 from the 10. A false start brings it back to the 5. Second down, third down, they go nowhere. Comes up 4th and 25 from the 5. In punt formation, Bryce Miller off the left edge, able to get in there, block the punt. It wasn't a full block. It was deflected there, picked up on the run by the Burrows. They get it back to the 5-yard line. They're able to take advantage of the field position as Carson Cassette would get a 3-yard touchdown run. And with 3:11 to go, Hillsboro Central Valley would go up 18-8 on that one. Next possession right away, Jacob Miller with a pick. Here is second takeaway of the game for the Burrow defense. Here on that first play, Burrows take over, 2:56 to go. They run some clock, ended up turning over the ball on downs, made the Tommies use all their timeouts. With 1:34 left, Tommies take it. They're unable to get the first down or to extend the game, and with 10 seconds left, they turn it back over to the Burrows, and they get to come out for one final kneel down here and take the victory. 18-8 your final score. Burrows with the win, move on, advance to the Class A quarterfinal round. Okay, it came on in 2, not 3s with the sneezes right now. But advance there, take on the winner between Langdon, Enmore Munich, and Northern Cass. More of your post-game report comes up. Burrows with the victory over the Tommies, 18-8 on yourliveevent.com.
For trusted news, weather, and sports from your community, look to R&J Broadcasting Incorporated. KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Hear local voices from local radio with news and information from the area. Your information stations, KRJB, KRJM, and KKCQ Radio, and rjbroadcasting.com. Local voices from local radio.
Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Fireworks and sports stuff in the same store? That's right. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro. Come in and browse the sports cards and memorabilia and fireworks at the same time. Unopened packs and boxes of sports cards, plus pre-owned cards as well. Jersey swatch, autograph cards, lots of Twins, Vikings, Wolves, Wild, Lynx, and North Stars memorabilia, bobbleheads, caps, and more. Call anytime, 701-436-6140. Great Plains Fireworks and Sports Collectibles, Hillsboro.
Embrace the joy of community at Halsted Living Center and Heritage House in Halsted, where wonderful neighbors and energetic minds come together. If you're seeking more than just a place to call home, you found the right spot with Halsted Living Center and Heritage House. Whether your interests lie in music, agriculture, sports, or dancing, you'll find someone who shares your passion and expertise. Discover a fulfilling lifestyle filled with connection and celebration with Halsted Living Center and Heritage House in Halsted. Get more information by calling 218-456-2105 or log on to halstedlivingcenter.com.
Post-game report on yourliveevent.com. Hillsboro Central Valley Burrows with the victory over the Thompson Tommies. 18-8 your final score, and we're going to head down to the field. Brady Siebels joining us with some of our players of the game.
Yeah, we're right here with Sawyer Owens. And Sawyer, first off, congratulations on the victory. A dogfight of the day. Just talk about what you were seeing out there on the field.
Yeah, right away we weren't getting the ball moving, but we didn't quit. And once it got to this, when we went back to the shed, we talked and we talked it through, and we got the ball moving.
Yeah, just talk about what was said kind of at halftime to kind of propel you in that third and fourth quarters.
We knew that it being a 2-point game didn't change much. I mean, basically a 0-0 game there. We just had to go out and score, and we did that.
And talk about, that second half, that response, and then you on the ground, obviously that big run to kind of set you up on the doorstep that got you the lead, and then after that, the defense able to force some turnovers as well.
Yeah, the line did great on that run. Wouldn't be able to go much else if I didn't have a good line. Defense forcing those turnovers was great. I mean, they scored in the first half, and they did nothing in the second half. That's not much else you can ask for.
How excited is it the fact that you're just keeping, your season one more game get to wear this Burrow uniform?
Oh yeah, it's awesome. Especially being a senior, you don't want it to end, and you got to savor these last moments.
So what talk about just kind of what you want to see or what you hope to work on over practice to get you ready for next Saturday?
Yeah, with it being senior year, of course we want to make it the next couple games, but yeah, we just got to keep going and working hard in practice and doing all that.
Sorry, thanks for the time. Good luck today.
Thank you.
All right, we'll look around here. We'll try to find some more as Bryce. All right, we got Bryce Miller here. Jacob too. So we got Bryce Miller here, and Bryce. First, we'll talk to you. Congratulations on the victory. Just kind of talk about that game. What you were seeing out on the field.
Same game plan as every other week. Just go out there and dominate the trenches, and just win every play.
Just talk about kind of what that trenches was, and just kind of talk about what you were seeing there in that defensive line, and able to kind of get around some of those blocks and force some big TFLs.
We struggled in the first half with keeping the cup and keeping everything inside, but then second half we made a couple of adjustments and we were able to figure it out.
Talk about with that, just kind of the relationship you have, right, with your fellow defensive linemen, your fellow linebackers here. Just a great stout defensive crew. Got to be nice when you have teammates that you can count on to make plays as well.
It's definitely great with Jenin and Brody and Jack. They're all great couple of guys, and it's just fun to be around.
Just talk about, what was it like at halftime, kind of the thoughts, and then kind of what was said and the adjustments to make to kind of get you out and ready and really kind of own that second half for yourself.
We knew it was going to be a 4-quarter game because it's the playoffs and every game's going to be tough. So we just kept our morale up and made a couple adjustments with blocking schemes and things that we wanted to fix to make plays work, and we made them, and then we were able to come out with it.
Absolutely. As a junior, just how excited or how much does it mean the fact that your senior teammates, you're keeping them back or you're keeping their career going for one more game?
It feels great. I know I have one more year, and I know I'm just trying my best to make it so they can play more football games and play the sport that they love.
All right, Bryce Miller, congratulations on the victory. Good luck next week.
Thank you. All
right, as we'll keep it here as Jacob. We'll bring up the younger Miller here as Jacob Miller joining us here now on our post-game show. The freshman, congratulations on the victory. Kind of the ball hog here today, got that fumble, the recovery, that interception. Just talk about what you were seeing on defense there.
On that pick, I just saw we're cover 3, so I'm in the flats, and I see number 5. He's a great receiver, and I just found that ball when it came at me. And then on the fumble, I think it was Bryce, my brother, who he ripped it in there and yanked it out, and I just hopped on it.
Just with that as well, just as a freshman, just getting some meaningful playing time. Kind of talk about what it's like, the juniors, the seniors, the other players, and kind of the help that they've been to you to get you ready here and play in these big situations.
They always have your back every play. There was one play, it was 4th down. Again, we're in cover 3. I'm supposed to be in the flats, and they complete a pass, and they're picking me up, and we go down and we make a stop again. So every time I mess up or something, they're always there for me.
And with that's kind of seems like that's really the mindset here. They talk about Burrow family. It does seem like just watching the team being around the sidelines, really that Burrow football family. That's kind of what you pride yourselves on.
Yeah, it's great. Every time, halftime today, we were down 8-6, I think, and our whole motto was play Burrow football. And every time we get a penalty, play Burrow football, because our team is meant to just play fast, physical, and free every time.
How excited are you? The fact that you're keeping this season alive one more week. You got another week of practice, another game coming up next Saturday.
Feels great, going into Langdon or Northern Cass, or Northern Cass comes here. We're ready for either one. Always got to be ready. Feels great.
Bryce, congratulations on the victory. Good luck here in the next round.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Jake. We'll send it back to you as we'll try to find Pastor Joe here in this sea of Burrow fans.
Thank you, Brady. And also, we're going to go ahead and name Jacob Miller our Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. That fumble there in the first half, that was a big energy play as it got the ball back to the offense right after the Burrows turnover, that quick momentum change, and then they were able to get that score before half, and it all started because of that play. Plus the pick in the second half there, Jacob Miller is your Enbridge Energy Player of the Game. Remember, life takes energy. Find out more about how Enbridge is providing for a better tomorrow with Enbridge.com. Hillsboro Central Valley with the victory. 18-8, the final score. They'll take on the winner between Langdon Area Edmore Munich and Northern Cass. Langdon Area Edmore Munich up at half, 14-0. The score update on that one, your Dakota Heritage Bank Otatown scoreboard. Here, remember, Dakota Heritage Bank, sharing your heritage, sharing the future with Dakota Heritage Bank, DHB.bank. As the Burrows get the victory, move on. We'll continue on with our post-game report here on YourLiveEvent.com.
Goose River Bank is here for the communities we serve, building relationships that last a lifetime, serving the strong Red River Valley and beyond. We are your neighbors, friends, and family, committed to providing everything from everyday personal banking to loans for your farm or business. Visit one of our locations in Mayville, Hillsboro, or Hatton, or reach out and we'll happily come to you, because it's the neighborly thing to do. Goose River Bank. Strong bank, strong communities.
Hillsboro Central Valley Burrows with the victory over the Thompson Tommies today, 18-8, our final score. So we continue on with our post-game report and go to your Agassi Precision Play in the Game, brought to you by Agassi Precision Ag of Hillsboro, your precision planting dealer. Visit them online, planterdoc.com. And precision in this one, we're going to go with the defensive stand, the red zone defensive stand by Hillsboro Central Valley at near the end of the third quarter. Tommies had the ball, and they had driven down into the red zone. They had a fourth down play where a defensive interference was called, and that moved it from a 4th and 15, gave them the first down at the 10-yard line, and then it was compounded there by a Burrow unsportsmanlike penalty. They're not happy with that defensive interference, and officials let them know that that wasn't allowed. So they get to half the distance to the goal. It's 1st and goal from the 5, and Hillsboro Central Valley able to stop them, not allow them to get in. A couple of plays, 1st and 2nd down, a tackle for loss. They go backwards. 3rd down, can't complete the pass. 4th down, go for it. 4th and 6, go into the right flat, and the ball just bouncing away there for the Tommies. But the Burrow defense able to hold strong there, get that turnover on downs, and with your backs up against the goal line to go make that play and hold on there for the keep it a 2-point game at that point. Ensuing offensive drive, the Burrows go 94 yards there to get the go-ahead score, and they go on to win the game. 18-8, your final score. But that defensive stand is your Agassi Precision Egg, precision play in the game. We're going to have some coaches' comments join us here when we come back. Thompson Tommies fall to the Hillsboro Central Valley Burrows 18-8 on yourliveevent.com.
Dairy, with delivery of fresh dairy products and more to your home door. I've had Hillsboro Dairy delivering cold, fresh dairy products and other items to my door for years. 3 main reasons why. It's the convenience, the products are fresh, and the delivery service from the Udder Guy. Nobody does it like the Udder Guy. Every week, we get the CT. Please call him at 701-436-5877. Delivery right to your door from Hillsboro Dairy.
Imagine your life in Hillsboro, a place where neighbors know your name and opportunities are real. Here, you'll find affordable home lots and grants to help you build your future. In Hillsboro, safety, affordability, and community aren't just promises, they're our way of life. With a 24-hour fitness center, a strong school system, a trusted hospital, and a thriving business district, Hillsboro has everything you need to live well. Here, your family is our family, and your future shines bright. Discover Hillsboro, where small-town living means big opportunities. At Hillsboro Public School, endurance isn't just for the cross-country team. It is a word that we all practice, whether it's sticking with a math problem until it clicks, practicing reading until a student becomes proficient, or simply showing up ready to learn each day. Students and staff know that endurance builds winners, in the classroom, in competition, and in life. You can find out more about our school at hillsborok12.com.
The Hillsboro Vets Club thanks you for your support of their activities and events. Stop in and to check out their new menu. Enjoy the Vets Club appetizers every Wednesday from 5 till 7. And as I've said many times, they have the best roasted chicken around. Enjoy roasted chicken every Saturday from 5:30 till 7:30. Get there early because sometimes it's gone early because it is the best roasted chicken. Fries and coleslaw also available with this meal every Saturday. Dine in or take out. The Hillsboro Vets Club.
Hillsboro Central Valley with the victory over Thompson this afternoon in the 11A first round of the playoffs. As the Burrows improve their season record to 8-2, Tommies end their season at 5-5. Down to the field, our post-game coach's comments. Head coach of the Hillsboro Central Valley Burrows, Joe Johnson with Brady Siebels.
Yeah, thanks, Jake. Talking with Pastor Joe for Hillsboro Central Valley. And, Coach, playoff game, a rivalry game, a not familiar opponent, and took all 4 quarters but able to survive, keep the season going.
Yeah, all week long we talked about it's going to be a 4-quarter game. And this isn't new to us. We've played a lot of 4-quarter games this year and a lot of close games. And, again, led by those 10 seniors, those guys have the experience that, we always feel like as the game goes on, that those guys just keep getting better and better, and it felt like we did that tonight.
Just talk about, defensively, right? Kind of giving up some yards here, but just talk about how proud is the fact that, able to bow up in the red zone, get those get those turnover on down inside the 10 to eventually give the ball your offense, and eventually in that second half the offense started clicking.
Yeah, and well, we knew that they could move the ball. Charlie Young is a great running back, and that whole offense does a good job. Brady does a great job coaching them, and so we knew we had our work cut out for us. And so that wasn't any surprise that they were able to move the ball on the ground a little bit. We made some adjustments at halftime that I think worked well. Most of that around block destruction and getting to the ball carrier, and then swarming to the ball so that we're not tackling with just one defender, but getting several guys there hitting and wrapping up. So some of those fundamentals of tackling, we feel like we ended up doing well. You're right, a couple of goal line or red zone stops that were huge, and they went to the air. We felt good about our coverage, and then had a big sack as well.
With that, I know you were talking kind of in that post-game huddle, right? You're talking, obviously, the big plays maybe stand out, but there are a lot of little plays as well that were really contributing factors for the team.
Yeah, so one of the things we talked about in pregame was dare to be great, dare to make a great play, and we had a lot of guys that did. All those big plays, and I don't need to name them, you guys know them all, 2 interceptions and a sack, a block punt, and 2 long runs, and a couple of third down conversions that were huge. Everybody notices those. But it's the plays that happen every single play of guys blocking in the trenches on that line of scrimmage, or those plays where we're on defense and it's 1st and 10, we get a stop at the line of scrimmage and it's 2nd and 10. Those are huge plays as well. So even though we need those big plays, we also need to be in the trenches and getting the job done every single play.
You talked about those 10 seniors. We talked to Sawyer. We also talked to both the Millers, junior Miller, freshman Miller, and you just talk about that team dynamic, right? That Burrow football family, and it kind of shows each and every single game. You can see it on the sidelines, right, lifting each other up, and just kind of the feel of the team.
Yeah. So the slogan that these seniors had selected for the year was "We are one," and led by those 10 seniors, they do a great job of lifting up those other guys. And so you named it with a couple of juniors that contribute in a big way, a freshman that contributes in a big way. Obviously had a big game tonight, but that's led by those seniors, and it's those seniors that are lifting those guys up and getting them going, and it's a team, right? That's what we said in the huddle, was that it's a team win, and it takes the 11 guys that are on the field, but it takes all 40 of them, everybody doing their role.
How proud of the fact that of those 10 seniors, right, they have one more week, they get one more opportunity to put on that Burrow jersey.
Yeah, when it gets to the postseason, nothing's guaranteed, right? And so our focus every day is how do we get better today? And that's true all the time. Tomorrow is never promised, not in any way. And so the fact that we have another week, we've got 7 days to prepare, and we'll be in the film room. We don't know how that other game went yet, and Langdon and Northern Cass. But we'll be finding out soon, and then we'll be preparing for next week.
Yeah, last check it was Langdon 14-0 at the half. I know the coach speak. You don't care who you're playing, you don't care where it is. Just talk about that, and kind of you'll enjoy this. But come Monday morning, whoever it is, you'll be ready to game plan against them.
Yeah, we've said that when we're on the road. We say that when we're at home too. Is whether we're playing at Central Cass or in Hillsboro, or if we're playing Mayville in Mayville, or if we're going up to Langdon, or whatever it is, you got to be able to play no matter where you're at, and the field is 100 yards no matter where you're at. And so obviously it was great to be home today, but if we end up on the road next week, like you said, doesn't matter who we play, it doesn't matter where we play, we have to control the controllables and do the things that we do well, and focus on what we're doing to be the best team that we can be.
Pastor Joe, thanks for the time. Congratulations on the victory. Good luck next week.
Thanks, Brady. Does it stir up any old feelings when you're out on this field?
A little bit. There were some emotions being on this field for the first time in a long time, yes.
Yeah, it's good to have you here. Thanks, Brady. Proud of you.
Thanks, Brady, and Coach Joe Johnson for the Hillsboro Central Valley Burrows with the 18-8 victory over the Thompson Tommies, as looks like Coach Schwab ducked into with his team to the huddle, but won't have his here, but certainly want to say thanks to Coach Schwab throughout the season with our coverage, able to provide the conversations and information, everything else too. So thanks to him on that, and congratulations to the Tommies on the season they had. They will end the year at 5-5. Let's look at our final numbers here today as the Hillsboro Central Valley Burrows go to 8-2, continue on with their season. We start with the final numbers for the Thompson Tommies. Rushing the ball, Charlie Young had 29 carries, 88 yards on the ground. It was a 34-yard carry for Ryland Panis there on a fake punt in that first half that led to the eventual scoring drive. 1 for 34 on the ground for him. Gavin Oster, 1 carry, -3 yards. Joe Taylor, 1 carry, 2 yards. Cash Danner with 5 carries, 37 yards, and a touchdown. Jacob Snupp, 1 carry for 4 yards, and 1 team carry on a sack for -10 yards. 39 carries for 152 yards on the ground for the Tommies. Through the air, Joe Taylor had 3 catches for 19 yards. It was Eli Gemmel, 1 catch for 7 yards. Charlie Young, 1 catch for 1 yard. Gavin Oster was 5 of 17 passing, 27 yards, 2 interceptions in the game. 152 plus 27, it's 179 yards of offense for Thompson. They had 3 turnovers in the game, 3 penalties totaling 25 yards. Defensively, it was Jevin Fee had a sack, and it was an interception for Brady Ripplinger as well. Team safety as well, scoring for the Tommies, as they just had 4 or 5 guys wrapping up the quarterback Lushik in the end zone there. So the safety, the scoring play, and then the Danner 8-yard touchdown run, 2-point conversion, 0-1 on the pass fail. The scoring plays for the Tommies. For the Hillsboro Central Valley Burrows, rushing the ball, Sawyer Owens had 12 carries, 82 yards, and a touchdown. It was Carson Cassette, 5 carries, 16 yards, and a touchdown. Tyson Lushik, 9 carries, 74 yards, and a touchdown. Hunter Kleckner, 1 carry, 2 yards. And on the loss on the safety, a sack, and the kneel down at the end of the game, 3 team carries for a loss of 13 net yards for the Burrow offense. 30 carries, 161 yards on the ground. Through the air, Bryce Miller had 2 catches for 13 yards. Chase Hafley, 1 catch for 20 yards. And Sawyer Owens, 2 catches for 31 yards. Tyson Lushik was 5 of 11 passing, 64 yards, and an interception. 161 plus 64, 225 total offense in the game for Hillsboro Central Valley. They had 1 turnover, and the +2 in turnovers helped them overcome the 75 yards. Here, as we do have Coach Brady Schwab join us, as Brady Siebel's down on the field with Coach.
Thanks, Jake, as we'll get Brady Schwab here momentarily. As just a quick couple of questions here. Brady, you know, we knew it was going to be kind of a dogfight, a 4-quarter game. Just unfortunately didn't go your way in that second half.
Yeah, you know, I thought our kids played hard. I thought, you know, they made a couple more plays than we did today, and hats off to Coach Johnson and his staff, because they got a good squad. You know what they're going to do, and they're still able to execute it. And, you know, we got ourselves into a hole there when we didn't score early in that half, and then we turned it over a little bit. But, you know, nonetheless, I think it was the game that we thought it was going to be.
Just talk about, I know, a number of seniors, number of contributing seniors. Just kind of talk about, you know, what they mean to you and what they've meant to the program over these last few years.
Yeah, you know, anytime you get 13 seniors, you're happy with that number. And you know, those kids, some of those kids have been in that fight for 4 years, some of them for a couple of years. But it's always tough to send those seniors off, because you have a lot of time invested with them. They have a lot of time invested to what you're doing. But, you know, at the end of the day, your prayer is that they took away some of those lessons about accountability and hard work, and they can apply them into the things that they're going to do moving forward.
I just kind of talk about the offseason. I know Thompson, one of the great things of the small town schools, right? You have a lot of different sports. Just talk about, you know, I'm imagining you'll watch and you'll see them participate, and then kind of almost a blink and you miss, and it'll be next fall. You'll be working on camps and before you know it, practice again.
Right. Yeah. So that's one thing that we push with our kids, is we want them to be multi-sport athletes, and we like them to participate in other sports and get in the weight room with those teams, and then do their off-season lifting. And you know, we're fortunate to have a strength coach that works with those guys, and he puts in extra time with those guys. And it'll be fun to watch these guys compete in their different activities and see them grow as individuals.
Brady, thanks for the time today, and really the time and everything else throughout the season. I know we've enjoyed and are proud to be coverage of our Thompson Tommy throughout the year.
Appreciate it, Brady. We appreciate your live event. Thanks.
All right, thank you.
Well, thank you, Coach Brady Schwab for the Thompson Tommies, and thanks as well to Brady Siebels on the sideline for us here today, as Hillsboro Central Valley 18-8 winners over the Thompson Tommies here today. Update on that: Langdon area, Edmore Munich up 21-0 early in the third quarter on our latest score update on that one. Hillsboro Central Valley Burrows win over the Thompson Tommies, 18-8 your final score. Thanks for joining us here today on yourliveevent.com. We appreciate your viewership. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and stay up to date on all the broadcasts coming your way. Thanks as well to all the sponsors that you'll see in here throughout our broadcast coverage. We ask whenever possible, please patronize those businesses. At the very least, tell them thank you. They are the ones that allow us to be here with our coverage. As far as future coverage for the playoffs, as we continue underway with 9-man and with 11A next week, we got AA, AAA starting next week. All that information will be, when it is known, we'll begin that out with yourliveevent.com with the broadcast schedule. You can also go back, check out the broadcast archive, relive your favorite moments from yourliveevent.com. Thanks once again for joining us here today. The Hillsboro Central Valley Burrows with the victory over the Thompson Tommies, 18-8, the final score on yourliveevent.com.